Hello, neighbors. Welcome back to the neighborhood. I'm Squealer D, and I am back again. And this time we are back with Amy, and we are going through 3 of her videos that I've edited down to about an hour long. This is the struggling with anxiety, a good day of homemaking, and cleaning out the fridge. So let us go see what Amy is up to today.
Like tired mode. And so we were just like, I'm gonna say lazy. We literally were just watching the hurricane, obviously watching just in case we had to be prepared, kind of seeing if we had to worry about anything, and we really didn't. And then it was kind of like the next day was like, again, a kind of a quieter day, and I was just tired. I don't know, my kids had sickness, so I didn't get the sickness they had, but I'm assuming maybe I just got the tired factor of it. Who knows? I don't know.
Or maybe you guys are all unhealthy because of the way you eat and because none of you do physical exercise.
I know stuff's going around, and we're exposed to more kids now, all that, and a new area.
What kids are you exposed to besides the ones that Brooklyn or Jaden work with? You do not have children over at your house. You said Steven was going to have kids over for his party. He didn't.
That fun stuff. So I'm sure I just got a little case of something, but I feel better today. I'm so tired, you just don't feel like, it's like, what do you even do? It's like sometimes you can get in such a funk. I know I can get in a funk, anybody can get in a funk, and so I was like,
it will cause you to get in a funk when you do really hateful things like strike other people's channels when you shouldn't be striking them. That's a very hateful thing to do. It can cause a lot of stress and anxiety and make you extremely tired.
Sat and journal a little bit, get my thoughts out. Those are always good things to do. It was good. And then I came downstairs and I was like, I was gonna get up early and start like cleaning and start a video early. And then I'm like, I didn't do that today. And I was like, looked outside and we turned our heater on for our pool. So I was like, I just want to come swimming in the pool. I'm gonna go swimming. So I did. We sat outside.
How old is this lady? Amy, stop acting like swimming in the pool is the end all be all to your day. It's a pool. People have been swimming in these things since the beginning of time. It's not that exciting. You act like this is all there is in the world. Guess what? You have some children to raise, and then you can swim in your pool all you want.
Coffee, and then I just came inside. I'm like, okay, now we're gonna start our day, which is good. It's last week we had a little bit of a crazy week with hurricane. We took a day off school, and so it kind of threw us off a little bit out of a loop for school. So this week, back into it, which is a good thing. So it's gonna be a good day today. The sun is out. I think we're expecting like cooler weather for like the next week, which is a good thing. So we're gonna enjoy it. So today is gonna be back to school and back to some meals inside. I'm not in a hurry to make food this morning because I can kind of make it this afternoon. So I thought I'd come out here and start with my video, get a little bit of chatting in with you, and then I'll go inside and then get the kids moving, and we'll start school, and then I was gonna make a
Of course it's late and the kids are still asleep. Of course.
Smoothie. The other day, a couple days ago, I put bananas and strawberries in the blender, and then nobody wanted a smoothie. So I was like, what am I gonna do with this? So I just blended them up and put them in a container. So I pulled the containers out.
So one of those days that we counted smoothie in as part of their diet, they didn't even eat that, which means that's even less calories and less healthy things that they ate that day. Wow.
In the cupboard, I'm going to put those in the blender because we have a lot. We're at the end of the groceries. It's coming to the last week of the month that we did our once a month shopping. So all of that food lasted us well over a month, which is good. So to plan out a menu for the week, do maybe shopping at all.
It lasted you well over a month, but it was literally the same thing every day. Your kids ate hot dogs, hamburgers, and sandwiches all day, every day. Top ramen, hot dogs, burgers. That's all they ate all month. Of course it lasted. How hard was it to buy hot dogs and hamburgers?
And then, just to cut back on things and just theme your family for a cheaper meal plan. And that's...
What are you going to cut back on, Amy? You literally only feed your children the cheapest of cheap. You get the cheapest hot dogs. You get the cheapest bologna. You get the cheapest hamburger patties. What are you going to cut down on? Maybe you should cut back on Culver's and Starbucks for you and Greg every day, and then you wouldn't have to keep cutting back on the kids' food.
It's good to do that. If you don't have to, it's good to do that just because you can save that money for other things. So I'm like, what do you do? I read a book.
You're really trying to save that money so that you can go to Starbucks with Greg whenever you want. It's pathetic. Think about your children for once. Oh, that's right. You don't know how because you can't think of anything but making you money, right?
I think it's called the next best thing or the next thing to do. I can't remember what it is. It was all about making decisions and the next thing to do. And I was like, this sounds like not a book I need.
I don't think you read, Amy. No book sounds like a book you need. I'll tell you what book you need. You need Parenting for Dummies.
And I remember reading it, and I'm like, wow, you can apply that to your life hugely. And it was helpful. Like sometimes when you go through things, it's like, okay, I don't need to plan for an entire week. Sometimes you do. I don't need to plan for even 2 days. Let me just plan for today. And so sometimes that's
You didn't even plan for today, Amy. Your kids are still asleep.
a lot. Sometimes that's a lot for a person to even think just today. So go, okay, what do I have to do for the next few hours? And plan accordingly. So for example, for myself, it is
Come outside, go swimming, sit down, talk to your followers, try to make money on the internet. Never once do your children pass your mind.
I'm going to go in, make sure the kids are up and moving. We're going to get a smoothie made, and we're going to start our school.
Why are you going to make another smoothie if they don't want the smoothies? You're just going to keep forcing them to drink smoothie for breakfast?
And after those few hours, I got that accomplished, and I go, yes, okay. And then when that time is done, I'll stop for a minute, and I'll go, okay, what can I do for the next...
Interrupting Amy's important talk here, but look how the tile looks green behind her. That's from like the reflection, I guess, of the trees, or maybe it's already dirty. I don't know. But it already looks dirty and green. This was not a good choice. Maybe you put this in your bathroom, but this is not a good choice for a pool outside. It made it dark. It made it look like a pool. Maybe a bathhouse. Maybe that's what they were going for.
But go, okay, what do I do for the next few hours after that? And mine's going to be picking up my house, getting dinner made, that kind of things. And then when you get done with that, it's like, okay, what do I need now for the next few hours? And it might mean like,
Maybe instead of picking up your house, Amy, you should try to clean your house, like actually clean it.
To the next few hours, I'm just using myself as an example, and maybe it's overwhelming. Maybe I found myself irritated. Maybe I feel like I want to crawl out of my skin. Maybe I feel like I'm overwhelmed and I'm like...
What happens that makes you want to crawl out of your skin? I think that the only time I've ever felt like that was when I had my back surgery and I took actual like pain pills and they make you feel like you're going to crawl out of your skin. Is that what this is, Amy? Are you taking some type of prescription drug that's making you want to crawl out of your skin? Because housework and homemaking should not make you want to crawl out of your skin.
Could do, then the next break I take, I'm going to go, all right, I'm going to go take some time for myself. I'm going to jump in my pool. I'm going to swim for an hour. I'm going to bring the kids out. We're going to swim. Or maybe I need myself out. Maybe I'll take myself out and swim with no kids.
Yeah, leave the kids in the hot house that the air conditioning doesn't work and you go take a nice swim, Ma.
Whatever you need. Think in terms of just short term. If you're having a harder time to get through your day. I have to restart here because I'm in a brand new house and I don't really know.
You literally just started over. Why do you have to keep resetting and restarting? Like you're at a brand new house and you still do not have any drive to make it a nice house. What is wrong with you? What's going on, Amy?
On a regular basis, so I'm not even there. I haven't even made a cleaning schedule at all because we're just not there yet, and that's okay. But I know my house is getting dirty. I know I have to deep clean some things, so I'm like, ugh.
So you don't need a cleaning schedule to actually clean it, Amy. You know that, right? Like there doesn't have to be a schedule in place for you to clean your house. You could just go and you see something getting dirty. You don't even have to schedule it. You just go clean it. Amazing, huh?
Tired of trying to think about it, I'll make a plan. I'm just not there yet. So think short term. What do I do for the next 3 hours? If I could give you a word of advice, and I'm guilty, get off the device. I know. And sometimes you need that to separate from things. I get it. I understand. I'm guilty of it hugely. Sometimes you need to just drown yourself in the
What you need to drown yourself in is the gym for your heart, for your health, for your future. Think about future Amy. Take yourself to the gym. Stop talking about the phones and doing things 3 hours at a time. You want to know what would make you less tired, Amy? If you got up and took your big old butt to the gym, take your husband with you. You both need it. And then guess what? Take your kids with you. They get to run out some of the energy that you don't give them throughout the day. You keep them locked up in that house and you guys think swimming is the only thing in the world that you need to do in order to be good parents. Wrong.
Vices. It's not good. I don't think you feel better after watching it, so I can't say that, but I know that I go to it sometimes and I'm like, what am I doing? Stay off.
There's lots of positive things on the internet that you could feel better after you go to that. Promise you. You don't have to be a grifter, a thief, a liar on the internet, Amy. There's a lot of positive things out there. People that aren't exploiting their children. People who aren't lying to their audience to make money. There are good things on the internet. Don't tell your 143,000 followers that the internet is all bad. That's not right.
Of it. So try to just step outside, get some sunshine. If your mama at home with a lot of kids, you don't get outside, go outside and just stand in the sunshine with your eyes shut and just enjoy the sunshine in your face for 5 minutes. It makes all the difference in the world. Or
make sure you wear sunblock or you're going to look like an old hot dog like Amy.
get out and take your babies for a walk, whatever the situation.
Please, Amy, take your children for a walk. Take Maxine for a walk. Maxine has never had a walk before. Please take her for a walk. Maxine is going to die because her heart is going to fail because she never gets exercise. Walking around your backyard is not enough exercise for an animal. They need an actual walk. Don't believe me? Look it up.
Maybe you're just older and you can't get out much. Maybe just come out to your patio and just step outside for a minute and breathe in some sunshine just for a second. All right, we're gonna go in. I'm thinking about my next few hours. My goal is to get a smoothie made and to make sure my kids are up, make sure they get their things done in the morning, and to start school. And that is all my focus is gonna be. And then I'll worry about the next. Some fun music airs. I usually put on the Wiggles, and then someone jumps up and changes it to contemporary music. So
She said she turns on the Wiggles to wake the children up in the morning. Amy, did you know that that is actually a form of torture that was outlawed and made illegal, and they were illegally using it at prisons to torture the inmates? Well done, Amy. Typical Marion parenting.
here we are in the
Yay, it's Greg.
car. So
Hello.
Let me know in the comments how much you love Greg.
hello. Our day went from school.
Hello, Ralph.
Greg had Ralph.
And yeah, right, they did 2 hours of school. Okay, so they put together a Lego, they made some slime, and they ran around the house and screamed. Probably what they did, right, Amy?
Had to get his. He ran and got some stuff, some cement and some sand. And he
What? Greg, you left the house all by yourself today? Amy, you let him leave the house all by himself today? Did you give him a credit card? Did you give him the exact cash? How did that work?
take Brooklyn to work. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna stay here and do school with the kids. So
Sweet.
successful. Got debt. We didn't do any chores. Haven't done anything today.
She said he took Brooklyn to work. So did Brooklyn take the money and then Brooklyn went in with you and paid for your items and then you took Brooklyn to work? Is that how it worked, Greg? Did Brooklyn have to monitor you and the money?
In the pool.
And we started the pool swimming for this morning. And so then
So we're having an interesting thing.
Yeah, the elementary school students, they're so excited. They got to start their day with the pool. Hip, hip, hooray. Come on, guys. You've had a pool for the last, years.
Then the mail came. And we're
Wait. Before that.
Wait.
The mail came. What came in the mail? A check? Look how excited Amy was.
What?
The temperature at night.
The temperature at night, it's getting cold, and so we have to cuddle. I bet Amy's real happy about that.
Package, because you guys don't know, but remember the hurricane,
Yeah.
our air conditioner died.
Mhm.
Well, the
We remember, Amy, you've been sweating profusely since the hurricane. And we know it didn't work before the hurricane because you were always complaining about using your oven. We get it. Your AC, it's trash because Greg did not check the house before you moved in. He just said, "Yep, I looked at the pictures. Cool." Good job, Greg.
so we ran drove that day.
we got the motor.
Yeah,
we wanted to get the capacitor at the same time.
right, but the guy was in a hurry and he didn't want to.
Yeah, it was
remember,
they wanted to get out of there and stuff like
Yeah, whatever. Greg, it was an actual hurricane. And some people, not you, they have to work for a living. Their wives do not grift on the internet and exploit 10 children to get that money. Some people actually have to work, and that guy was trying to get home in a hurricane, and you have no compassion for him. You say, yeah, whatever. F you, Greg. F you. You big tummy bad man.
I usually order from Amazon.
Yes, you always replace the motor with the capacitor. That's a rule.
Well, you should have ordered them from Amazon rather than went and messed with that guy during a hurricane when they were about to close. You could have just ordered it on Amazon.
Well, I've been out running around and I haven't done any tile work at all today.
Honey, I know.
So-
It was good though yesterday.
Why are you still doing tile work? It's literally been 3 months. If you were a real pool guy, you're fired. You're dragging the job on way too long. Like, you don't deserve to even get paid for this job. It's going so slow. And it's not like you work, Greg. All your focus could be out there, but it's not.
The corner of the yard, the boys got that done.
Did you tell them what we found behind it?
I'll have to show you.
This kind of ties into the wrong capacitor being inside of our AC and
Yeah, it was.
the broken pool.
It's all good fun. So we're
Yeah, Greg, you guys got scammed. Wham, wham, wham. Guess what could have happened? You could have got an inspector, and he could have went over there and checked all of the stuff you keep complaining about, and then you would have known that this house was a as-is lemon, a fixer-upper, a $650,000 dumpster. Congratulations, Greg. It's all on you. Amy told us she let you pick it all. So it's all on you. You have literally destroyed any and all equity you guys had ever thought of having, because you will be fixing up this house for the rest of your life, which, if you keep eating Amy's cooking, will not be long.
today when we get home, if I remember. So we got that ripped. The boys took it down. So today I said, well, we can get out there today. We thought today was trash day. It's a day off because of the holiday. So I'm like, oh, we have another day. So we'll have to take that down today, take that up to the road.
Yep.
And I'll show you how the fun we see.
Yeah, because I bet your neighbors want to see that thing out by the road. And your, what else? Your fireplace, your little cooker. You got a lot of stuff to put out there, Amy. A lot of stuff that you filled your U-Haul with. Paid for a U-Haul to bring all that stuff here just to sit out by your curb. Good job.
It was big giant. It's got big giant mats in front of it.
Yeah, thick rock, like the horse mats.
We're like, why would you put a horse mat on this lean-to thing back here? Lo and behold, you move it and there's holes on the fence. We're like, did they shoot a gun back here? What did they do?
I swear.
Yeah, Amy, he shot a gun, and then there's the church right behind your house. So he shot a gun right at the church. I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
My goodness, I thought it looked like buckshot. The guy was like an avid gun enthusiast or whatever
Yeah, I'm sure he put his shotgun out there and shot a hole right in the fence, Greg.
you call that. So I thought, well, maybe dude got a new shotgun.
When to shoot back there? And I was thinking, no, it's one of those.
Blow it off.
One of those woodpeckers because we
Yeah.
work in back in Kenmure.
Isn't it a plastic fence? A woodpecker ate your plastic fence?
Carolina, and they have these big giant woodpeckers with literally bore holes
Oh, yeah.
in these signs like
yeah,
crazy
all
everywhere. So I was
over.
thinking, it's a woodpecker. I think the other side, that doesn't make sense. No.
But you never know. So all the family had their own
All theories of
on
what it was.
Yeah, why is our fence ruined? So-
Basically, why is there 20,000 holes in it? Well, then Steve
Let's guess. Amy said, because of the bad people who used to own this house. They were bad people and they lied to us.
even found it. And it was
Well, we were taking it down, stripping that off, and we were talking about the bullet holes.
the bullet. I was like, why are we?
He's like, look, Dad, there's a bullet in the rubber. And I'm like, a bullet? And I looked at it, and
You guys are teaching these kids to really not use their brain. Like, you know they're not bullet holes. Why would have this man used bullets in your neighborhood, in that backyard, with what you have back behind your fence? Please use your brains.
bullet. And it was pointy, like it. I see where you can see that.
Right.
But then I looked at the backside of it.
He said it was a bullet because you guys kept calling them bullet holes. If you say bullet hole, what do you think made the hole? A bullet. So if he finds a metal piece, it's a bullet, right?
Arrowheads.
Where somebody couldn't get the arrow pulled out of that rubber, so they just snapped.
Of course they were arrows. Probably a crossbow. You can buy them at Walmart. I doubt anybody, Greg, would be dumb enough to pull their shotgun out in the backyard. Maybe a hillbilly like you. I don't know.
you should have brought your bow and arrow. You could have shot that in the neighborhood.
So the mystery was solved.
It's shooting the bow and
Dude
arrow.
was back there with his bow and arrow, literally blasting an arrow into the fence.
Oh my goodness, our fence has 10,000 holes in it. So,
It's kind of like when Amy used to throw the grease right out the door. Like, and now the new owners of your old moldy mountain, now they have to have all the grease mold down the side of the house and on the side where Amy used to throw it. It's kind of the same thing. He shot arrows. Amy threw crap outside the house. Wham, wham, wham.
pieces to repair. It's a decent
Yeah,
size.
it is.
Okay.
We have enough.
And they're doing all this complaining, and there's pieces there for the fence. Like, really?
We have enough replacements to make a.
Okay.
Just put new
But I
pieces
guess it's
in
better
there,
than
but-
looking at that thing, so.
Yeah, it just, like I said, it just ties in all the other little things that are, they just left like that.
It ties into the fact that you didn't have an inspection. Blame it on the old owners all you want, Greg, but it is your responsibility as the buyer to make sure the house is inspected. It is your job as the father of this family to make sure that the house was what your family needed and that it was correct. Instead, you were busy doing God knows what, and you left it up to chance. And now look what's happening. Womp, womp, womp.
Just things you have to deal with when you get somebody else's house. That's all.
Right.
Things you have to deal with when you don't do what you're supposed to.
Same thing.
So I actually really enjoy doing all this kind of stuff. So it's no big deal to me. It kind of puts me in touch with my house. It's like I know where the breakers are. I learn the electrical. I know where the water is. I see how the plumbing goes. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good to me.
Yeah, because living in your house wouldn't connect you with your house. Living in your house wouldn't allow you to see where the water's at. Come on, Greg.
All good things, but it was funny, so now we picked up.
That's what you're saying to placate Amy because you picked the house without an inspection because she wanted that stupid pool in the backyard that now you admit was just meh and broke down. Everything was broke down.
Holes in our fence, so I'm like, fill it with white caulk or something. I don't know.
Yeah, fill it with white caulk. That will look great.
Wood filler maybe? All right, we went to our favorite place over here. Or actually
is.
my second favorite place, not
What's
really
your
my first.
It's crazy how you have to cut back on food and you have to cut back on this and you have to cut back on that. But here you are at Lowe's again.
Home Depot.
Ace. No, Greg went to Home Depot today, but he didn't get what he needed. So he was waiting to go to Lowe's, that's why.
I was told.
He went by himself to Home Depot and now you guys are at Lowe's. But then you complain about spending too much on food and you have to cut back. Maybe you should cut back on your trips to Lowe's and Home Depot. Maybe if you can't afford to feed your kids and feed them healthy and correct, maybe you should cut down on doing home projects.
I was just making mention to Amy. I said I totally should have got
bring
my
your-
phone out and recorded and
Filmed.
been like, look at where I'm
We went
Yeah, because then even more people in the comments would complain about you being in the videos.
do that because we have Lowe's in the back seat right now. So now we're good. I think you really wanted to go to Lowe's today just because my go-to meal is burgers.
We know it is, Amy.
Burgers, burgers, burgers. Easy to do. Throw them on the smoker. The little griddle thing, no, that had a malfunction, and there was no way to turn the heat down. So yeah, we just got rid of that. So I'm gonna put burgers on.
No. You don't get to just gloss over it that fast, you little swindler. Go back, rewind. She said that griddle, the one that I showed you guys where she burnt the food to smithereens, that griddle is now gone. Look at it. It's not back there. They threw it to the curb because it was a piece of trash, just like I said. And Amy, that thing was a sponsored video. And instead of telling your followers, hey guys, sorry, if you purchase that, make sure you take it back because it was a really bad piece of crap. You're saying that it had a malfunction? No, it was a piece of crap. It did not have proper gauges on it, and your husband didn't know how to use it. He almost burnt his eyebrows off the first time he used it. That thing was a hazard. It was a hazard. It was a danger, and you knew it, but you still wanted to peddle it because you got it for free and you got paid to peddle it. You're a sicko, Amy, and you don't care if your followers get hurt, maimed, or killed. As long as you get your paycheck every month, you're a nasty, nasty lady.
smoker with some hot dogs. Hi, babe. More problems in the air conditioner life?
No, interesting. Okay, so we got this big capacitor that's this big around.
Okay.
The old one was like this.
Yay, we get to hear about their capacitors. And in the unedited version, if you go to Amy's channel, you get to listen to Greg explain all about capacitors. He explains for at least like 33 minutes in this video. I cut most of that out because he's repulsive.
I gotta get a couple.
And I don't just say that to be mean. I say that because Gregor is repulsive. This man right here with the gigantor-sized body, and you guys can say I'm body shaming him all you want. Gregor didn't used to be this big. Gregor is this big because old Amy here shoves him full of cookies all the time, and he's currently not doing whatever it is he's addicted to, and that also causes increased weight gain. Gregor is a foul creature that left his family for 9 months, but then comes back and pretends to play house like everything is perfect. Everything is not perfect, Gregor. Everything is not perfect. You and Amy together have gained over 60 pounds. Everything is not okay. I am not body shaming you. I am shaming you for what you portray on this channel. You guys trick your audience into thinking that you are one thing, that you are a Christian family, and you're not. You're liars, swindlers, thieves, and grifters.
Friends, you want to come with me? I'll show you.
No more lows. No more lows.
No,
Oh,
I'll show
okay.
you.
Amy said, no more Lowe's, no more Lowe's. Like he's making her go to Lowe's. Like he's making her let him be on this channel. Like, Greg, leave her channel alone. She made the channel. She started this channel. She did all of the exploitation of your children. You didn't do that. She did that. I understand that they're your children too, and this is your money because they are. This is your family. She uses your name. She exploits you. This is your money, but you are going to kill her channel. So stay off of it. If you get on her channel, the women don't like it because you over-explain and you're just grimy. People look at people and they can tell when they're creeps. Women always know when a man is a creep. Greg, you are a creep. And so most women that watch Amy's channel know that you're a creep, and it creeps them out. So stay off her channel so she can actually make money. Duh.
First, come with me to the garage and get a wrench.
I'm getting burgers. We're gonna have these, baby. Cheddar and bacon.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We'll have these. The kids
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I need about 6 of them.
said they would do hot dogs. So I've got that and I got tater tots. Like, go-to dinner.
Awesome.
I'm not going to lie, though. If I lived in this house, I would only eat something like that, too. There's no way I would eat Amy's cooking. Even if I was about to starve to death, I wouldn't eat Amy's cooking.
And normally,
So I don't blame you, Greg, but there are other ways. There are other foods. You are killing yourself with sodium. You are going to have a heart attack, and you're doing it. I don't know if you're doing it yourself or she's doing it to you, but it's happening.
I think a lot of Brits. I think I'm going to be one of those wasteful wives that say, husband, go get me a package of hot dog buns in the store. But let's see if you go to the store to pick up one package of hot dog buns versus like
A case of Coke.
a case of Coke and everything else. We'll see what he comes home with, people.
Nah,
Here's the toolbox.
I promise I'll be good to you, baby.
I promise I'll be good to you, baby. I'm gonna give you $1.50.
That doesn't even sound like a normal couple. Like, I'm going to be a wasteful wife and I'm going to have my husband waste gas and waste time to run to the grocery store. I get how somebody could say that that's wasteful. But the rest of your conversation, Amy, was not normal. If you have to monitor how much money he has so he can't buy other things, whether it be soda or drugs or other food, that is scary sad. He's not a grown man. He can't control himself. What? And then, Greg,
I'll be good to you, baby. I promise.
you would not have to say weird, creepo things like that all the time if you didn't up and leave your family all the time. I know that you've left them at least 3 times. One day, I'm going to be able to lay it all out for your viewers to see. But you are a leaver, And if you weren't a lever, you wouldn't have to say things like that to your wife so she feels okay about you running to the grocery store.
Cents for the bread. We'll get a Blackstone griddle eventually, but that thing.
We'll get a Blackstone griddle eventually. That thing you tried to peddle to your followers was $370 something, Amy. It was something like that. It was a lot of money, guys. If you go and look, there was a video made about Amy making that. They showed how much it was and everything, and they compared it, and they said, why didn't you get a Blackstone? You know why she didn't get a Blackstone? Because Blackstone didn't offer her a sponsorship deal so she could make money. Blackstone didn't send her a free Blackstone. That's why she didn't get a Blackstone. It would have been better. It would have been easier. It would have made more sense. But Amy only likes free things because she's a grifter.
Smoke it up and it's good to go. So we're gonna throw this in the pool. Yes.
Yeah, you need to throw like 17 of them things in the pool. That pool is green as the grass. And I told you, the blue around the edge, it just reflects right back down in there, making it look like a turquoise green. Yuck.
Put it all in.
It probably doesn't help that you guys don't shower much either. If you go in the pool, you need to shower off first. Your body oils, your hair oils, and your hair is really oily sometimes. It gets into the pool, and that causes the pool to get dingy like it is. So perhaps if you put your bathing suit on and you rinse off and then you bop into the pool, your pool will stay cleaner because this thing is grime-tastic.
It's looking green again.
Can we go and get Greg some like bigger t-shirts? Could that be a day? Could we drive out to the Big and Tall store and get him some like 3X, 4X t-shirts? Because the ones he got on do not fit him. They are looking so young.
That's wonderful. Oh, there he is. There's the lizard magazine.
I bet that Gregory would have saw that if he would have did an inspection walkthrough on the house before he purchased it.
It's right there.
It only cost $650,000.
Look at this thing. Oh, watch out, my dog's gonna tease you. You smell it, Maxie.
Watch out, living creature. My dog's going to kill you and eat you. That's what she wanted to say.
You're
because
good.
Amy does not like anything that's living.
It's like crazy. If only you could grow something we would eat. Like, look at all that. I know people like that. That's, I mean, like.
If only you'd grow something that we would eat.
Oh, sorry that the old owners didn't think of you ahead of time, Amy. If only they would have thought of you. You don't even think of you. Why would owners 10 years ago when they planted this tree think of you?
Stuff we eat. I meant what we like to eat. So these things just keep growing like crazy. Like bananas. There's a banana chunk right here. We've eaten it all day long. It just keeps going up and more and more.
No, you wouldn't. You would let them go rotten and then you'd shove them in little containers in the freezer and maybe you would use them. Or maybe you wouldn't.
So crazy. So I'm going to put these in the air fryer.
Oh, it's tater tots and bread.
Because instead of turning the oven on.
And bacon cheddar burgers.
And I'm going to cook these. And I think, should I just have grab some hamburger buns? No, I'll cook these and I'll do these ones.
Absolutely no fiber. Absolutely no vegetables. All sodium and carbs. You get a little bit of protein if you're allowed to have one of the burgers.
Texas toast, that'd be really delicious. Maybe do some onions. I got like 8 hot dogs, so I'll throw those out there too. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta. Look at this stuff from this morning. Remember I told you?
No hot dog buns though, because Gregor was not allowed to go to the store.
Do it. This is still breakfast. Breakfast. There we go. Towels.
That's gross. Why couldn't you at least rinse that thing out? You could have just stuck this under the faucet and rinsed it out. Now it's all dried and stuck and nasty. I get being busy during the day and not getting into the dishes, but you can't even rinse it. Shoot.
Yes, it actually was there from last week. So, like I said, you just gotta do what you can do. So let me go get these and put them on the smoker. So I've got the hot dogs in this bag. So what I'll do is I just cut this. I'll cook 10 of these.
She cooks like this, but then she doesn't have time to fold a couple clothes. Like, these things, you throw them in the oven at 400 or 425 for 20 minutes. That'll give her 20 minutes. She can go bop over and fold those clothes real quick. They'll take her, 7 minutes tops?
Dogs, put this bag around there and put that in the freezer. We'll have 5 hot dogs for another day. Get out the air fryer for this. And then these I'll just butter and put on I have a griddle right here. Put them right there and griddle them up. And I think it only makes, how many is there? I think there's I feel like there's only 12 pieces of bread. I can't remember how many pieces. There's 17, so it'll give you 8 burgers, which will be, I guess, enough, and you could use that as well. I could definitely use this for hot dog buns too. You could definitely just fold this in half or fold that in half, and they wouldn't even need to get a hot dog bun. We'll see what they want to do. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm just going to put them in the oven. Air conditioner works. I'll just put it in the oven. That's going to work.
I don't think the air conditioner works. I don't think it's ever worked. Jeez.
Okay.
Wow, that was all the sounds of her oven turning on and opening. That thing sounded like, I don't know, like she was taking off in a jet plane or something. What?
Right? Like sometimes I post, sometimes, I do always post, but you guys watch whatever, right? Well, this is life today. This is how it goes. It's like, and maybe it's good because last week I was extremely tired and I just didn't, I feel better today. I definitely feel better today. So I'm like, was it good not to have too much going on today? Possibly. So I don't know. It's just you roll with it. You roll with it. You gotta just bend and ebb based on.
I like that she at least admits that this horrible channel is just a cash grab. Like, you guys said you'll watch whatever I put out. Now here you go, suckers.
Air conditioner not working is a priority to get fixed. So it's like, all right, we have to go get the part. Let's just go get the part. So it's like.
So if going to get the AC part really messed up her day this much that she's wham about it, why didn't she have Greg just go get it? He had already left one time out to go to Home Depot, supposedly. Why didn't he just go get the part himself?
Whatever. So then my day of the towels are still going to be there. I know somebody else can put them away. I think they got folded one time.
Imagine having teenagers that can't put a couple towels away.
Some people do. The kids will step up, and I'm going to rub this on here. Kids will step up and help with things. Like I know the other day it was.
She said the kids will step up and help with things, but then she told us the clothes have been there for one whole week.
A mess.
How long until they step up, Amy? A month?
And one of the kids Mom, the house is a mess. And so they picked it up and cleaned it up before they went to work. And I'm like, you know what? That was okay. And I didn't even mind it being messy. That's the beautiful thing of it. It's
That's crazy. Even the kids are like, WTF, Mom, the house stinks. And she's like, I don't care, guys. I don't care. It's all good. It's good. It's great. It's delicious. Wow. No wonder this house stinks. There's dead animals. And there's laundry, dirty clothes, clean clothes, wet clothes. It's everywhere. Wow.
doesn't matter. I'll get there. Today was just a day. You just gotta do what you can do, but that is the part of looking forward to okay, what do I do for the next little while? It's okay, what's my next step? So for me, my afternoon shift, I got my school done, so I feel good for that. My afternoon shift was, is that good in here? Let's try to fit as much as we can.
What are you lipping on, Amy? And of course it doesn't fit on there, but you'll make it fit because who cares if it's correctly cooked?
Was go get the pieces for the air conditioner. Okay, so now I'm on to dinner hour. So it's okay, what's my next step for the rest of the night? So the next step is going to be we'll probably get dishes done because we haven't done dishes. I'll definitely do paper. I know, it's okay. And then dinner, and that's it, and clean up.
Saying it's okay doesn't make it okay. 8 people using paper plates is disgusting. You guys are destroying the environment. Congratulations, Amy.
And you know what? Spend some time with my kids. We're going to go swimming. We just put the shock in the pool so we can wait for a little bit and then go in. And then, that's our goal. That's good enough because you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to get up.
It's good enough because your kids don't deserve better.
The laundry pile is still going to be there. I got a pile of laundry in my
And your house will still stink.
bedroom. I don't think I've ever left a pile of laundry on my bedroom floor and I have that on my floor. So that's not going anywhere. It's going to be there. It's still going to be there. It's quite all right. And then I had to laugh. I went to the bathrooms. I got to clean the bathrooms. I went to the one bathroom. It was funny. The little powder room here off the kitchen. And the sink had yellow water in it. And the kids were like, the toilet's coming up in the sink. I'm like, what? So I went in there and the button for the sink plunger thing it's a little different, not like an up and down thing. So I was like, oh my goodness, the toilet is over. So I'm like plunging the sink and nothing's happening. I'm like,
She's been living in this house forever, like 3 months, and she doesn't know how the sink stopper works in one of her bathrooms. What has she been doing? And like, what? She's never cleaned in there?
and the toilet's fine. And then I was remembering, like, wait a minute, Jaden hadn't washed some clothes in here today. So I called her real quick. I'm like, did you leave the water in the sink after washing your things? She's like, yeah, I totally forgot.
She couldn't find the sink stopper, so she had to call Jaden and ask for help.
So I'm like, that makes more sense. It's just clean water, or it was dirty water. She washed them in there green, I think, so it just took some dye in the water, but I had to laugh. I was like, well, that's better than the toilet coming up in the sink, so you just gotta laugh and just go with it. So
You just gotta laugh.
like I said, all of this stuff in the house, it's not going anywhere. The mess is not going anywhere. It's gonna be here tomorrow.
No, it's getting worse. It's not going anywhere. It's getting worse.
So think ahead. What do I do for my next step? I guess
She says think ahead, but then she just sleeps.
that's what my video is about. What's your next step? What's your next step for the day? So that's how my day is going. We're gonna cook these right here. Well, I told Greg forget the buns. He's not gonna get buns because the kids can use one of these and roll them up around a hot dog. And they can take a hamburger bun and roll it up around a hot dog. We can do all
Wait, why is she toasting them if she can wrap, if she's going to use them to wrap around a hot dog? Wouldn't they be better soft?
of those things. So it's good. So I'm just gonna kind of cook this till it gets crispy and rub some more butter on the thing and flip the other side. We'll have
And she, you know, for her, crispy means it completely blackened.
crispy on both sides. That works. And then just keep that better done. Just keep that good and warm until dinner. We'll be eating here momentarily. Kids grabbed leftovers, the chili, and some grabbed a corn dog, which they had corn dog and hot dog for dinner. It's okay.
So her kids had corn dog, leftover chili, hot dogs for dinner, and she thinks it's funny to feed them like somebody who is on drugs.
Placed it like in coins and put it on a hamburger bun, and I'm like, that's really smart. They're like, we used to do this all the time when we were little. I'm like, we probably ran out of hamburger buns an awful lot back then. So it's good. It's like eating a hot dog, just a different bun. So I'm like, you know what? You just gotta go
It's good. She's been doing it their whole lives.
Hope you're having a great day today. It is
So this is the second video. The last one was posted on September 12th. This one was on the 13th. And she says they're from last Tuesday and Wednesday. So this is supposedly the next day. And I say supposedly because you have to watch with Amy. She be changing dresses and mixing clips together. So you have to really pay attention.
morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is going great. It's going better. I'm up and moving, ready to do something with my day. So
Yesterday, she didn't even get up and moving.
always a good thing. If you can't, that's okay. So today will be school today, which take a couple hours of our day, but we are also right down to the end of our monthly grocery haul. And I think we did really good. Like I did shopping. We went.
She keeps saying that they did really good, but all they had was processed crap. So they did really good with their processed foods.
Remember we did that big shopping haul, and I was like, gosh, that's so much money. But I haven't gone shopping again since then. I did the one in between.
You spent like $1,600 and it was all junk. Like, of course you did fine. How many hot dogs can you buy for $1,500? They'll feed you all month.
Where I got like milk and some bread, but that's it. So I'm like, I feel like that was a really good, inexpensive haul for here. So I'm excited to kind of see how I do again this next month. But for now, I'm down to the last week. Jensen's been asking me, we have a lot of regular ice cream left, but I don't have a lot of dairy-free ice cream left. So he's been saying, you know, I'd like some kind of treats, and you know, everybody's having ice cream, and I'm like, I got a bomb pop in there. So I said I will make a dairy-free or lactose. I shouldn't say. I'm sorry, I say dairy-free. I need to use the right terminology. Lactose-free milk recipe. But
So she always says that Jensen can't have milk, that milk products, you know, mess with his stomach. But she gave Jensen that gigantic thing of garbage bag snack mix, and everything in there had milk in it. You know that Cheez-Its have milk in it, right, Amy? All those Cheez-Its, the grooves, all of that had milk in it. Like ranch, milk in it. Everything you give that kid has milk in it, and you say he can't have lactose, he can't have milk. Like, it doesn't make sense. I think that he doesn't like your cooking, so he says certain things give him stomach aches.
it's just the milk that he can't do.
Ice cream. We don't go out and do ice cream. We don't go to.
So this video was posted on August 21st. This was her supposed big, huge haul that she spent $1,000 on. and she claims that it was filmed on August 14th. But look at all of this ice cream. Look at it all.
The ice cream place, we just have treats at home, so this is a lot. But and we have birthdays. We have birthdays and birthdays.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Parties coming, so that's why I have
14
a ton, because there's birthday boy
No,
coming
there's underneath 15, 16, 17, 18.
up, birthday friends coming over, families, that kind of stuff. So
No, she just said birthday friends coming over. We saw the birthday party. No friends came over. And family, who's coming, Amy? It's almost the end of summer. These are almost gone, and you haven't had one family member visit. Like, get out of here with your lies. Always lying.
and then this I ordered
You bought all these ice creams so you could lay on the couch and eat ice cream.
bomb pops. They didn't have any, so they substituted this for it. I was like, oh, that's not what I wanted. But
That's why when you want something particular, you go into the store yourself.
then Jensen likes the mint chocolate chips, so I got him those right there. The lactate.
Okay, so she bought all of this food to last a month, right? And I know that she always says Jensen and Jaden can't have milk, but she doesn't buy anything and say it's for Jaden anymore. Ever since Jaden is 18, I think Jaden has to fend for herself in snacks. So all of those snacks we just saw that Jensen can't eat, she got him 2 Lactates. So here's the Lactate she got him. It is a 32 ounce and a serving size is 2/3 of a cup, and there's 6 servings per container for 220 calories. And she bought him 2 of those. So that means she bought Jensen 12 servings of ice cream.
So I don't know.
So 12 servings for Jensen and 22 boxes for her and the other kids. Seems fair.
Anyway, so I told him, I said, I'll get up and make that today. So what I'm going to do is a chocolate eclair dessert. This was on my list. It's right here in my cookbook. You can get it free online.
So let's see what she substitutes today, because the last time she made this chocolate eclair dish was for her daughter Lauren's birthday, and she did not have enough pudding. She didn't have the right kind of pudding. Her kids ate all of the Cool Whip, so there wasn't any Cool Whip. It was trash. She only had a little bit of cookies, so it wasn't very layered. So let's see how this one turns out. Amy, don't think that people don't remember what you make and how you make it and how you've always made it.
This is just in our family cookbook. We've been making this forever. Delicious. Now, usually we do it in a thicker 9x13 pan. I think I'm going to get my lasagna pan, which is a little bit
She says usually, but the last time she did it in a huge, gigantic turkey pan. So, I mean, come on.
bigger. And then, but I know our neighbors one time brought it for us at Christmas time, and they did it in a jelly roll.
What are you going to bring for your neighbors at Christmas time, Amy? Or are you and Greg just going to hide from them like when they offered to loan you their saw?
And it was just a thinner dessert, and that was really good that way as well. So I was gonna do that. I got dishes in the sink right here, and I was gonna start out washing
You always have dishes in the sink.
them, but I was like, you know what, I'll wait to do that. So
She should rename her channel Dishes in the Sink with Amy and Greg.
the dishwasher's clean. There just was a lot of dishes because I faltered in my role of house cleanup person. That's
She has faltered in her role as teacher. She has faltered in her role as wife. She's faltered in her role as house cleanup person. What role does she not falter in?
okay, I can do that.
She also doesn't speak about Jesus as much anymore. She also doesn't go to church as often anymore.
The dishes did get washed, most of them. So I'm going to roll with it. The pile of laundry is still in the middle of the ottoman. That's okay. I don't think
That laundry's going to be there till the end of time.
anybody cares. They're folded now. Some of it is. It's good. I guess I can do an experiment and see how long it lasts there.
I think it's different laundry and she's just making it up at this point.
No, it's okay. We'll get it put away. I promise. But for today, I'm like, let me get food made. We're going to need to eat.
I mean, if it's the same laundry, what do the kids wear? What are they using for towels? Are they not bathing? I mean, I guess they're probably not bathing.
Besides hot dogs and hamburgers, I don't know
Hot dogs and hamburgers again.
exactly what I'll do for dinner just yet. I'll think about it here.
They just had hot dogs and hamburgers last night.
I'm making this dessert. It's going to be a good day, though. You guys ready for a great day? Okay, let me go to my lasagna pan. We'll start mixing this up. Let's go. We'll wash those dishes in a minute. So I'm going to mix. So I guess one Dream Whip would be like the Cool Whip. I think I'm going to do I'm gonna do my recipe always a little bit different. Let's see how much this makes. 1 envelope.
Of course, you're going to do your recipe different. You never have all of the ingredients that you have in the recipe book. I don't even know why you made a cookbook. You need to make a real cookbook with the real ingredients you use. Call it Amy's Slop Book.
Let's see what that does in here. I think I can just mix it. I'm just looking here. Can you just mix it all together with the pudding? I don't know.
You could probably read the directions and then you'll know.
Like, will that ruin it? You know what I mean? That's not gonna make very much because I plan on making a lot. Okay. I'm thinking through here. Let me just do one batch and see. Does it half a cup, did it say? Half a cup. That's not much stuff.
That's not much stuff. Maybe you should read the instructions first thoroughly and then execute.
That's not much stuff. I should just do a whole one, right? Because I'm going to make my rice. Sorry.
And that's not much stuff is not a very good descriptor for your viewers, Amy. You're trying to make an actual story for us, okay? So when you make a video, you have an idea for it. Like today, you're going to make a dessert. So perhaps you should tell us what's in the dessert, and then you read the recipe and then execute said recipe while we watch. But look at the screen, Amy. What can we see? Just you. We can't even see what you're doing. What a great show you're providing.
Walking through my life here. My recipe is a smaller package instant pudding, but I'm going to do a bigger one because I'm going to make it a little bit more. So it can stretch out a little bit. So let me just do 2 of these then. 2 of these with...
Don't worry, you're stretching out your video so you can get extra money.
1 cup.
Bad content is still content, right, Amy?
Okay, let's whip this up. This is where I should get my stand mixer, so I'm just...
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that these videos have been heavily edited. Originally, Amy's videos had over 150 minutes of fluff, of Amy doing absolutely nothing more than this. I've cut it down to an hour for 3 of her videos. Still a bunch of fluff.
Stand mixer. Okay, I'm getting out my mixer here and just mixing this up. My mom would always use Dream Whip. She did use Cool Whip, of course. You know, it seems like later years when
Amy doesn't use anything because her mother used it. Amy is using this because she got it for cheap. It was cheaper than anything else.
things, maybe as she got older and things got easier, she would use the Cool Whip. There is a discount store closer to us, not right in our town or anything, but there is one near us that I will be going one of these times. I'm just not there yet because I'm trying to, you know, balance the budget, do all those things, and spend.
Wouldn't it make more sense to go to the discount store if you're trying to balance the budget and make things cheaper? Discount store equals cheaper food.
And it's like, I don't really want to take that extra right now because we're spending it on other things.
Discount store would be less, not extra.
So it's good though. I'm excited to be able to go. We will one day here, so it's okay. It is almost done here. The whipped topping all ready to go. Okay, so that looks good. So what I'm gonna do is just add my pudding right to this. I think I can do that. I don't think it's gonna ruin it. I will let you know that you should never do that again. I feel like it's gonna be a big bowl though.
She'll let you know if she ruins it. No, she won't let you know. She'll only let you know if you can visually see that it's ruined. She'll pretend it's good and make her kids eat it because Amy is not wasting all this food. And wow, we can now see a sliver of the bowl. Good job, Amy.
Normally you add, what is it? So my original recipe is 2 smaller ones with 3 cups of milk. So this is 2 bigger ones, which would be 6 cups of milk. But we will do, how about 5 cups of milk? Because you want it a little bit thicker.
Because you want to not do anything the way they tell you to do it.
Trying to use up my milks here because I know I'm going to be getting more next week. I have a lot of vanilla almond milk. I know to buy less of that. I think we're eating a lot of smoothies, so I'm going to make another smoothie today. It means I need to go get bananas out of the freezer so that we can make that today for breakfast. All right, I'm excited to be able to
riveting content. You are pouring milk and you're going to make some banana smoothie. Wow, Amy, your day is just really chug-a-lugging along.
I start doing that more. It's like even pumpkin bread. I haven't made pumpkin bread in a long time. I always made pumpkin muffins, but haven't made pumpkin bread in a long time. So like I'm like getting excited to start making some more things like that.
You don't make anything from scratch anymore. You make things from boxes like this. Instant pudding, instant cream whip, honey crackers. You throw it all together. That's it. You never cook anything.
More baking of different things as time goes on, and that goes back to the discount store. Like I bought a lot of stuff at the discount store, so we just use that. And I'd buy cookies, so I wouldn't have to make cookies, and it worked. Season in life, it's just whatever you can do. But now it's like life is a little bit more laid back. It's not as, I mean, it's still busy, trust me, still busy. Still got the pile of clothes in the middle of my living room, but it's like I have that time to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Except you could fold it in real good here.
She said that they're going to make smoothies. This is the smoothie from yesterday still in there, the smoothie container. I bet that thing is ruined. It's going to, like, not only is all the stuff stuck to it, but it's going to start rusting.
In your pan, start with graham crackers, put a layer of the pudding, do more graham crackers. You can do more layers of the crackers or less layers and more pudding, whatever you want to do. The crackers will get soggy, so they'll be nice and soft. They work out really good. I have 2 boxes of these, so if I use this up, I'll be okay to go get more. But I think that just follow the recipe exactly.
She would never go to the store and get more.
You won't run out. So I made you saw, and then where that fire pit back there is going to be gone. I have a new fire pit for a box, so I was just going to put it up on the patio for now until we build an area for.
Of course you got a new fire pit. Your old fire pit had a hole in it, and you shouldn't have brought it from North Carolina. But of course you did in your U-Haul, so that you could fill up your U-Haul with useless stuff that you threw away.
Our fire in our backyard, so everything's in time, so this is going to be really good.
Put a fireplace in your backyard. I bet your neighbors will really love you then.
So just keep layering away. Layer, layer, layer. You can't go wrong with a million layers. So we like it thicker. It makes a pretty dessert that way, but you can make it super thin and do it thin too. It's kind of yummy that way too. It's like
you could have just had pudding and crackers.
However you want to do it in your home. I was just making sure to put a little bit in between so we can have lots of layers of this.
She was making sure to lick her fingers at every single turn. Also, I edited it out because a lot of it made me want to throw up. Amy, you can't lick your fingers and then continue to touch the food. Anything that you have that's making you feel tired, you're going to keep giving it back to your kids, and you're going to keep spreading it back and forth. Wash your freaking hands, okay?
Like I said, that's going to be a nice thick dessert. Lots of layers in this, which is really good. So I'm going to put this in my freezer, mix up some chocolate frosting because I don't have any. I'm going to make some with the Crisco.
Yeah, make sure you use all the trans fats you can so that your kids can have cardiovascular disease. Great mom.
We did the white one. It's yummy.
Make sure Greg eats a lot. His 50-year-old heart, it really needs a kick of trans fats.
I'll probably make a little bit extra if I can.
Make sure you make a lot. Put a lot of them on the brownies so when Greg eats it, he gets a good dose.
And like maybe tomorrow or the next day I'll do some brownies and I can do some frosting on the brownies. So this is the Crisco chocolate frosting. Real simple. It used to be in the back of a...
But it's not, because nobody should eat Crisco anymore, especially uncooked Crisco as frosting. Trans fats, Amy, Google them.
Crisco. My mom used it forever, so. But I don't really remember her buying frosting in a package. Like I really don't. Like she would always do, make her own. And I really don't. I mean, as she got older, of course, she bought the frosting, but I don't remember her at all.
So because your mother did it, it was okay. But where's your mother, Amy? She actually died of cancer. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm telling you, sometimes things that people did in the past was wrong and it led to cancer. And that's why we don't do it anymore. So just because your mother ate unhealthy trans fats that lead to cardiovascular disease and cancer doesn't mean you should do that to your children. Use your brain, please.
So for this recipe, get your pen and paper out. You ready? You're going to use a 1/4 cup.
This lady used to put things up on the screen for you. She no longer does because she doesn't care about her viewers. She told you to get a pen and a paper and write this down because she can't even be bothered to put it up for the screen. That would take her an extra few minutes.
Shorty. And then you mix it with a 1/2 cup of cocoa. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. mix it up real good till it's thick, and then you're going to add a 1/3 cup of milk, 3.5 cups of confectionery powder sugar, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. So this works out really good. I'm mixing it today. It started
Don't do this, people. Trans fats. Google them.
going like whoop, and I was like, oh no. And so yeah, the one side, you know, like where it must have like spins the
R.I.P. her kids' arteries.
whatever it does, the one side stopped spinning or it jammed or whatever, and the other side was just working. So as I'm mixing, I'm like, wait a minute, it's
Of course, this is a crappy mixer, Amy, and it's going to break. You have an actual stand mixer, not a good stand mixer because you're not a good homemaker. You have a crappy stand mixer because you're a crappy homemaker, but you choose to use this because you're too lazy to go get your stand mixer. Of course, it's going to break. Look how thick this frosting is. It's crazy.
here. I'm like, wait a minute, it's right here. I'm like, ugh. But I just, you know what, you took it out and I was able to mix it with one of them. I remember back in the day.
And then she's doing a voiceover and she doesn't even have it right. She's already talking about doing it with one of them and she hasn't taken it out yet.
The midnights, they said you could just
It's not hard to talk about what you're looking at, Amy, when you do a voiceover.
mix with one of the blender parts too, and that works too. It doesn't mix it all the way perfectly, but it does do it. So for my recipe here, you're seeing I'm adding a lot. I'm doubling it. I'm definitely doubling the recipe here because what I'm going to do is have more for brownies. I want to be able to
2 tablespoons of Crisco is 130 calories. This lady's going to slaughter this all over their desserts.
have another frosting because I've just got some plain.
She said that it broke 4 minutes ago. Now it just broke, and there she is licking her fingers again. Homemaker of the Year Award, Amy Marion.
Brownies.
Make sure you lick them really good, Amy. Just stick them in your mouth and then touch everything.
And I thought that would be good to have that on top because we do like brownies, and that would be really good. And then I just add the lactose milk to it, the lactose-free milk, and that works out really good for
Lick those fingers.
the ones in my family. So mixing away here, you're going to see it die temporarily.
When you rinse your hands off, that's not washing them. You did not use soap. You rinse them with water. I'm watching you. That is not called washing your hands. That is called spreading disease.
Here it goes. It's just going to end. And I was like, oh, so that's okay. All right, my hand mixer decided to die. That's okay. It's just like mixing it and the one side stops spinning. That's okay. I've had that hand mixer for a long time. A long time. So I guess it's always going to be the stand mixer. It's good. I usually buy just the cheaper ones, and they usually last, but this one, I don't even know when I got it. It's been a few years. Anyways, here is the frosting. Nice and good. I will just cover this and leave it out. When that freezes solid, I'm going to take a little bit of this and microwave it or warm it up so it just pours on. You want to be able to pour it on, and I'll save the rest for the brownie. And it's good.
It's not good. Just because you say it's good does not mean it's good. I keep telling you that. Stop saying it's good.
Clean up. It's like, this is real life. This is real time, not super fast. And it's like you can just see, okay, mixing away and all the stuff. So I have
It's not super fast and it's real time, so you can make more money, so that your videos can all be longer and you can make more money. The longer the video, the more money you make.
on my counters, like I have cleaning knife to do. I really, really do. I'm like, yeah, I take a camera in my house, I'd be like, wow, this is the reality of my house right now. And I'm like, to Greg, I'm like, wow, I didn't know I'm like never this messy, like at all. But he's like, honey, have some grace. It's just time. And I'm like, I
Have some grace. Why are you having grace, Amy? What do you need grace for?
know. So I'm giving myself
You haven't told your viewers anything that's going on. Instead, you just keep telling them that you're tired and that you need grace. Why don't you talk to your viewers? Perhaps you would get more views if you were honest and open with your followers rather than lying and hiding and forcing them to watch things that they don't want to watch.
the minimum. And the minimum is just clean the kitchen today. It's going to just clean the kitchen, and I'll be completely happy with that. And I put them in the dishwasher. People always say, why do you put your clean dishes in the dishwasher? You don't have to wash them twice, but my dishwasher is already clean. So the dishwasher is already clean inside.
So she's just using it as a dish stand. The dishwasher doesn't work. She just uses it as a clean dish stand. Well, let me tell you something, Amy. If you don't run your dishwasher regularly, like every day, it's not clean. Things get in there and they cause bacterial growth and it's not clean anymore. So run your dishwasher every day or it's not going to be a clean place to put your dishes. Duh.
Putting these with it because I have a lot, and if I put them all on the counter,
You know what you could do? You could dry them and put them away. like instead of just leaving them out. You could have a kid come down here and stand here and dry them and put them away as you wash them. And then you'd be completely done and it would be cleaned up down here. Wham bam. But no, you would rather use your kids for weird things like washing their father's car.
And then I'll have like a huge mess. So I'm trying to put some in the dishwasher just to use it as like a drying rack basically. And then that way, the girls, when they get up, usually, I think Autumn she's my dishes girl right now, so she's usually the one to put.
Autumn is 14. Jensen is 13. What's the difference? Why isn't Jensen your dishes boy? Because you believe in gender roles, right? And boys don't do dishes. I wonder what's going to happen when he's an adult and he doesn't have a woman to do his dishes.
Away, so I'll get them all cleaned up here and stick in there. So that works out really good. Dishes, I think of all the time you spend doing dishes, an awful lot of time, isn't it? Isn't it, ladies? Do you wash dishes all the time?
You know what you could do, Amy? There's this crazy thing that we do around my house, and some people do it around their house, where everybody washes their own dish. It's amazing. It's like the dish gets washed, all the dishes are done, the pans that you cook with, you just wash them up as soon as you're done with them. It's really easy and you don't have dishes all the time. You know what you tell people? Wash your dish, guys. And then they walk over to the sink and they wash their dish, or they stick it right into the dishwasher. It's amazing. It's great. And that it's delicious.
I feel like I do. When I got these again, I think Greg had these in his apartment, and I was like, you know what? These work just fine. Like, these work just fine. They're cheap. They work. They clean. So I'm like, why am I spending all that money and everything else? I'm like, it may.
Why are you buying expensive Norwex cloths when you can just get a cheapy sponge? That's what we've been saying, Amy, but you're the one pushing Norwex because you used to get free ones.
Maybe stays a little bit cleaner the other way, but I use them for a little bit, and you know, I can throw them in the microwave to kill the germs in them. If they get yucky, just throw them away. Like, that's a good thing. I think I bought a pack way before. I don't know if I bought them here or.
You didn't buy a pack. Greg probably bought a pack at his apartment with. I wonder why he had an apartment down here. First you said motel, then an apartment. Was he really at rehab?
Yeah, I must have bought them here. Because I was thinking, did I buy them here or did I buy them in North Carolina? I don't even remember. But regardless, or maybe they're just from Greg's apartment. That could be where I got them from. They work, so it's good. And then washing the dishes up here.
It looks like there's still mold back here behind your sink, Amy. Scrub it out.
We seem to use the plastic ones more. Remember, I have all my nice white.
Remember, you bought that grout pin, or did you not buy it because it costed too much? $10 was too much for you.
Plates, but I find that everybody uses the plastic ones because they take them outside, leave them outside, and then that's the one we mostly use. They're a little bit, some put them in the microwave so you see the meltiness on them, the cuts on them, but I'm like, for $1 plate, they work for what we need for our family. And then cleaning my sink out, it's like we don't have a garbage disposal, so
You mentioned the garbage disposal every time you clean the sink out. You don't need to. We have this thing called memories, and we know that you don't have a garbage disposal. What you should do, Greg's running around the house doing all these non-helpful things to the house. Why don't he do something helpful, like get you a garbage disposal? It's really not that hard.
the drain thing in there, and I was like scrubbing the sink. It was really dirty. And I do keep this rack in here, but you have to hold it up. I didn't want to put it on the counter because it wasn't all the way clean yet on the bottom.
You put tools on your counter, but you couldn't put this grate on your counter because it wasn't clean. You literally had all kinds of tools on your counter yesterday.
So I'm going to put it in here and let it cook all day. I think I left, I don't know if they're strips or chunks. Are they chunks? They are chunks. And that's whatever. You put on skewers. I'm just going to do it right here and put it in here. I'm going to do a liner because I don't want to wash this out later.
You should still wash it out. Just because you put a liner does not mean things don't need washed. You know, a lot of people are trying to get away from plastics, but not Amy. Amy wants all the plastics she can get. She wants to breathe plastics. I don't know if that's chicken or if it's steak, but I'm sure it's not going to taste good. She's going to cook the crap out of it until it's a little shriveled nugget, no matter what it is.
On high, and then
See, she's going to put it on high.
the later I will do a pot of noodles. I've saved the recipe. It's like someone gave it to me. It was like for Asian noodles, and it's got sugar in it, soy sauce, sesame oil, hot pepper flakes. I can't think what else is in there. Garlic, And I think that's it. Maybe ginger? No ginger. And then I'll do the pasta, easy, and some veggies. We'll definitely do some frozen veggies, some sort. So, all right, this is done. Let's
Her kids do not eat frozen veggies. I don't know why she wastes her time cooking them.
cook. Went out to my freezer. I got the frozen strawberries right here. And then I'm going to leave out one banana right here, and then put the other ones in the freezer. And then one of you, I think Jeannie, you gave me the idea to put cream of mushroom in the ramen for something different.
Jeannie, you are a horrendous woman. Why would you tell her to put this nasty, dirty mushroom soup into the kids' ramen? It's bad enough they have to eat this in every single casserole. Now you have her ruining the ramen with it. What is wrong with you, Jeannie? Mind your business, Jeannie. These kids don't need your advice.
For the noodles tonight. So, okay, can you tell I got in the sun for a little bit?
Yeah, we can tell you're sweaty. And you got in the pool again, so you're wet and dirty.
So, beautiful thing. It's like, got my work, the stuff I wanted to get
Could you dry your brow before you get in here and film?
done here, and then took a swim in the pool for an hour. That was really nice. Went outside and had coffee, got to swim, talk, all those good things. Had a good time out there. So now my goal right now is going to be
Maybe instead of going out there swimming and talking and having coffee, you and Greg should actually go do some real exercise at the gym. It will be good for your heart. Get some real exercise in instead of just going out there and splashing in the pool and getting hungry.
while we're doing school. So they're doing their thing, getting ready, and then we're going to sit and do all of our school stuff right now. And that's going to take me a couple hours, and I'll come back, focus on dinner, all those good things, getting that done so we can enjoy our day outside in the pool or whatever may come for the afternoon. But for now, these have been sitting out for a little bit, so this will be nice. And this will use up our almond milk, which is really good. And this is kind of frozen, so this will be good. Kids will drink this up. It'll be a good smoothie, and then good.
Those wouldn't have froze like that if she wouldn't have let them thaw out first. When you buy them, you make sure you get them in the freezer frozen so that they don't defrost and then freeze all together in a hunk, Amy. I'm sure it was the store's fault though, right?
Chicken smells good. Okay, so I put some almond milk in here. Kids are moving and getting, when they're slow, I put on the Wiggles. So upstairs, I tell my Google Home to play Wake Up Jeff, and then I blast it. I know they love it. They love it. No, they actually don't, but it gets them out of bed. So that's my one chore.
That's not funny. I just told you, that's literally torture. You do not need to wake up your kids with the Wiggles. Like, there's a million other things you could do besides an elementary school song. It's for actual toddlers, the Wiggles. Your youngest child is 11 years old. You're not only obnoxious, but that's mean. Do you know that some people have different inner cycles? So whereas you might be a morning person that could jump up really easy, some people have a hard time in the morning focusing and gathering themselves. So when you just blast them with types of music, it totally throws them off. It's torture. It's not funny. It's not a joke. It's not a good way to wake up your children. So anybody else that does this, shame on you. You could find nice classical music that they obviously like because that's what they change it to wake them up. Instead, Amy obnoxiously blasts the Wiggles because she is an immature jerk of a mother.
People up, hate waking people up, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Don't
So because you hate it, they deserve to be blasted awake by the Wiggles.
know why I just don't like it. I guess if I had a job, I did not want to do is waking up people. I just don't like it. I'm like, just jump out of bed because I'm a waking up person. I don't have to drive.
Just jump out of bed because I'm a waking up person. Amy, you sound ignorant. Just jump out of bed because I'm a waking up person. So should they do everything that you do? I hope not. Should they do everything Greg can do? I hope not.
Don't get out of bed easily. So I'm like, ah. So it's good straight.
And why do you go when you have a problem? Like, what the heck does that mean? You're always scratching at your neck. Does that mean you're always stressed out? Should we, every time you're going, should we know that you're stressed out? Like, what is wrong with you, Amy?
Good patience for me. So I put on the Wake Up Jeff and Wiggles, and they play their songs, and somebody gets up and shuts the Google Home off, which is always good. So I'm gonna mix this up here. But something I was thinking about, let me turn this way in case it hears the music. I have been doing comments on YouTube. So I do my own. I don't pay anybody to do my comments. Some YouTubers pay people to do their comments.
You have 143,000 followers. You get nowhere over 50,000 views. You have a couple hundred comments. Amy, if you can't monitor that on your own, then what are you going to do? Because you don't make enough to hire somebody.
Moments to monitor them. I get all that and understand there's a lot to go through. You got to like monitor. You got to make sure the trolls don't come in. You got to make sure to keep your community nice and positive. All those things.
Am I a troll, Amy? Or am I just here to help you? Because if you followed my advice about that grill, none of that would have happened, right? If you would have listened to me that was a piece of crap, it wouldn't have burnt your food. You wouldn't have had to throw it out. You would have just not used it and got yourself a Blackstone. But you don't follow people's advice. We're not trolls, Amy, and the people in your comments aren't trolls. You know who's a troll? You're a troll. You're here to troll us all and to make money while doing it. Congratulations, Master Troll.
But the YouTube, when they update or change something, it makes it impossible. It used to be really easy.
No, when they update or change something, you don't understand it because you refuse to teach yourself or learn new things.
Comments usually you can clear. I like to clean things out. So if I
Usually, you like to clean things out, but your house is filthy. Ha! Yeah.
miss something, please ask me again. So if you say something to me, let me know if I missed something, because I don't mean to intentionally not respond. It's just that life got busy. I think that's one thing I enjoy about my channels, that I do have a sense of community with people. And
She said, if I don't answer, ask her again, because she doesn't mean not to answer. She just gets busy, right? No, Amy, you mean not to answer. You don't answer because you don't like what they asked, or you don't want to explain it, or you delete it. Don't be a liar and say ask again, because all that's going to happen is you're going to delete them for asking multiple times. What you do in your comments is delete people. When Greg disappeared, anybody who said the word Greg got blocked. That's what you do. Don't lie.
and have conversations myself, and I don't have other people doing that, so that you know it's me. But that doesn't always mean I answer every question or everything, because I get busy, or I just don't want to respond right now, or I don't want to do a dragged out explanation of things. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So just ask away again, not offended. If it's something that's going to bring some negativity to my channel, I'll probably delete it, because you know what? I always tell people, I say,
Look at her scratching her neck. You know what that means? She's anxious, right?
someone says, well, I think I had someone comment say that they were afraid you're going to get blocked or deleted. And I said, well, I think what people do is, if you genuinely have a concern for me and my family, the proper way would be to send an email to me personally.
Amy, what do you mean the proper way would be to send you an email? This is YouTube. You have a comment section. You're on a public platform with a comment section. You make a video, people leave comments. They don't go to your email. That's weird stalker stuff. They go on your comments and tell you what they're thinking about the video they just watched. And then when you delete your comments, they make a commentary channel about what you're doing, because it's wrong. Okay? That's why we're here where we are, because you are a liar, a manipulator, and a mean gal. And so here I am making videos about you, and people in your comments, they've either been deleted or they've been told to be quiet.
Like, that's how you deal with things one-on-one, not with an entire forum. But
We're on a public forum, Amy. You made a public video. If I have a problem with your public video, it's a public problem. So I'm going to tell you in public, because guess what? Maybe other people have the same problem with you. And then you know what? That means that it's probably a real problem and it should be addressed, but you don't address anything. So once again, here I am, because you don't want to do what you're supposed to do.
forum is something negative, you know, they're just trying to spread some hatred in there. So,
And why would you say that anybody's trying to spread hatred? Maybe we were really trying to ask you something, really trying to find out where Greg went, and you were lying to us. Trying to figure out a lie and a manipulation is not being hateful. It's called investigative work. And if you didn't lie, you wouldn't need to be investigated. Now, would you?
let it slide and understand people just have bad days, or people just don't really.
This is not a bad day, Amy. You might lie on a bad day, but people that want to know the truth, they want to know every day.
You know, sometimes texting is weird and you just kind of respond weird. So let it go. But if it's going to bring negativity, I just delete it. So I say if you really genuinely want to say something or something that you think is going to be personal, people say it's kind of personal, well, just send me an email. I have my email posted right below every single video, and you can gladly send me a personal email. I always recommend that. I have a lot of people that do it.
What if 1,000 people emailed you and told you the same thing? You wouldn't change it because you don't care. And they're all anonymous, so nobody would know about it, Amy. That's why this is called a public forum. You wanted a public video, so guess what? You get public responses. You don't like it? Make your videos private, and then you'll have private responses.
The higher road, that's a great thing. So just that's how my comments are right now.
Is that what you did, Amy? Did you take the higher road when you struck my channel and tried to shut me down so that I couldn't make money? It's fine for you to make money off of your followers. It's fine for you to grift free products and grift money and gift cards, but it wasn't okay for me to make videos, right, Amy? You took the higher road when you struck my channel illegally, correct, Amy? No, you didn't. You took the low road and you got your little hiney spunk because of it, huh? They spunked that little hiney.
Something, it's just that I didn't get to it because the YouTube app is weird, the Creator Studio app.
You can't blame the app. You don't get to it because you're too busy chasing Greg around, or you don't want to answer it like you said because you don't want to explain yourself.
It's weird right now, it's just not letting me
It's hard to explain lies, isn't it, Amy?
respond well. But then also, yeah, if it's going to be something that's negative or something I don't want to talk about, I don't want 10,000 people to deal with and chime in on.
See, it doesn't even have to be negative. If it's something she doesn't want to talk about, she's going to delete you. She is going to block you. Why would you want to put your time and effort into a woman and watch her channel and support her and pay her rent when she does not even care about you one bit? If she doesn't want to answer your question, she's going to delete you. It doesn't matter if you were right, if you were wrong, if you were being nice, if you were being mean. If it doesn't suit Amy, she will delete it. Goodbye, deleted. That's why I make these videos, because just like Amy, we can tell her how we feel.
Because all it does is spread and breed negativity. When you got some negativity going on, what are you supposed to do? Set up some boundaries and separate yourself. Because why? Healthy, good for everybody here. People come to get encouraged on this channel. People come to be motivated.
It's not healthy. It's not good for everybody. People come here to be motivated and they're lied to instead. They are seeing a false narrative of your comments. Anybody who has a question or asks for help in the comments, they get deleted. How do you know other women weren't going through marital issues too, and they wanted to ask about Greg because they needed your advice, they needed your help, but you deleted them and you blocked them for asking about Greg because it didn't suit your needs at the time, Amy. You don't care about your audience, and until they realize that, I'm going to be right here reminding them.
See life and see it's okay to be. Have bad days. They don't come to see people like spewing.
They come to see reality, right? Reality is somebody is talking about you because you're doing things wrong. Reality is you gave somebody 2 strikes on the YouTube app because you didn't like what they said about you. So you lied and said that they were copyright strikes. That's the truth. Why don't you ever tell the truth?
Like spewing. We can share. We can have healthy conversations. We can have disagreements. That's all normal.
But we can't have the truth. We can share. We can have healthy disagreements. But from Amy Marion, we can never have the truth.
Part of life. But the other part where they're trying to weasel their way in, it's like, send me an email. Send it.
Amy, what is anybody trying to weasel their way into in your life? Your $650,000 overpriced house? Like $650,000. It's overpriced. Nobody wants to weasel their way into your house. It's falling apart anyway. Your pool is green. Nobody wants to weasel their way into that. Your panties are in a bunch. Nobody wants to weasel their way into those. Like your kids they all misbehave. Nobody wants to weasel your way into that. Like, get out of here, Amy. You think you're so much better than people, and you're not. Just like you did with Fallon. You wanted to put Fallon down, but Fallon has everything better than you right now, Amy. Why don't you compare your and Fallon's husbands? We'll do that video next, okay? Amy's husband versus Fallon's husband. Who's going to win? You always think you're better than everybody. You're not better than anybody, Amy. You need to go back to church. Maybe a different church. I don't know. But you sure don't act like any Christian.
send an email. All right, so that's my update and comment. So I'm going to make smoothies so we can have this.
And I'm not going to send you an email. I'm going to make you another video.
This is my kid's favorite smoothie. We used to make a chocolate monkey.
You don't always get what you want. That's the song that I always sing to my kids. You should try it with your kids. The one, you don't always get what you want. You try sometimes, you miss my fine. You get what you need. Yeah, that song. Sorry, Amy.
And they drink that for the longest time. But lately, it's just been strawberries and bananas, and that's easy, and milk. So I usually use.
It's not what they want. It's what you want to give them because you're lazy. You could put chia seeds in this to make it more healthy. We know they like granola. You could add some of that in. You could add a lot of things to this, Amy. You could add some bee pollen to make it more healthy. You could add some different vitamins. You could add a lot of things. And you know why you don't? Because you want to keep this as cheap as possible.
One, so it's got a little bit more, the sweeter flavor to it. And they like this. I put in here. Dish is done. We could literally run a dishwasher probably twice a day. But our dishwasher, you have to do like an express wash for it to be an hour. Otherwise, it's like 2-3 hours. Like that's crazy to run a dishwasher for 3 hours. But
it's cheaper to run the dishwasher than to wash the dishes with water running. Google it, Amy.
So I would never do it twice a day. I feel like that's just a lot of waste. I know they say it's more efficient. I just find that really hard to believe, but I don't know, maybe.
What are you doing that you can't run the dishwasher? Is it too loud? Is it broken? Dishwashers run quietly. They just run in your kitchen for a couple hours. Do you need it? Does it make your water pressure low? Like, what's such a big deal that it runs for a couple hours? Are you worried about the electricity? I thought you had solar panels, Amy. Like, what is the true story here? Are you paying too much in electricity in this house? What's going on, Amy?
I feel like it's just a lot of electricity in that, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's better than letting the water run down the drain. I don't know. Put away. The kids help put those away.
She said maybe it's better, Amy. Google it. It's actual facts. The water company, the electric company, everybody passes it out. If you have efficient appliances, this is like 15 times more efficient than washing it by hand. You save gallons and gallons of water. You just don't care. You don't care. You don't care about the future. You don't care about anything.
And then we're moving on to our school here, getting our books read for.
So she's just sitting here, way back here, and the kids are way over on the other side of the room, and she's yelling out the book for them, their baby book. Looking at the camera, smiling her face off of her.
The day, so getting those done. Usually I sit, they're usually either eating right now or they're playing with some we're doing Lego.
She's not even reading that book. She's just smiling at for the camera.
And getting those sets, we're doing those real good right there. And
yeah, did you guys see that? Yeah, it's a good book, huh? She didn't even read a page. It's so fake. This is another baby book. She's reading it to Maxine.
And then here I was just reading some more. They're sitting on the couch then. And then
they weren't sitting on the couch. The leg that was here is gone. They're gone.
Just getting it, just playing with it. I was reading a book. We're reading a lot of Charlotte Mason living books.
We're reading a lot of baby books?
This was a little bit younger one, but it was okay.
Look at all the baby books on the table. They're all baby books. Oh, and now they're back over at the table now, guys.
And then I always do their group time where I'm giving them, spelling.
Look at this sitting here.
Words to spell, and I just spell them and write them out that way, or their math and their English we do together, their vocab, pretty much they can do about their stuff, but we usually have an oral lesson.
If you go and watch Amy's video, the way that Maddie is holding her pencil is absurd. Amy, you didn't even teach them how to hold their pencils? You really did unschool them.
For math, English, and spelling. In our Bible, too. We talk through our Bible and do our memory verse and our story that we're doing. So this is good. And we're finishing up. Trying to get my water. Trying to get that water in, which is a good thing. Doing a break for.
Yeah, make sure you get your water in.
Lunch. Some are getting leftover burgers. There's some hot dogs. There's a little bit of tater tots. I made hummus and sandwich with some cucumbers. Easy.
Yum.
And then we're watching our videos for our states. So this one we're doing Arkansas. And so I just had little clips we were doing. I usually just pull it up on YouTube. I think it's homeschool.
So what is she doing right here? What are these? Nothing. She's not doing anything. She's faking it for the camera.
I'm pretty sure that's the channel.
Yeah, that's the hard work. This is Amy working hard.
It's just, they just give some interesting facts on it that we just watch. Same ones we watch all the time. So getting it done, and then here we are cleaning everything
Now
up.
she's just arranging papers.
So I was just, see, there's my pile
There's still a pile of clothes back here. They're towels, though. Looks like towels.
of laundry that's still been there. It's been there. See, the folded pile, I feel like some have come down to get towels, and then the rest are folded there, but that's the other pile of clean laundry, and that's okay. It's quite all right.
It's okay. Nope, it's not okay, Amy. You're lazy. It's literally a little pile. You could get this folded in a couple minutes.
I'll get there. I promise you. All this will get cleaned up. So I'm just kind of straightening up my pile here, getting my stuff together, throwing away the things we don't need, and then making.
This looks like the school of middle schoolers. Legos, lots of pencils, Legos, geography for third graders, writing for high schoolers, like actual print writing. And what are these? Sequential spelling. That's what those are. Sequential spelling. Hard work for those middle schoolers.
Come together. I'm excited because I really want to go to IKEA and get like a little storage unit here for.
That's exactly what you need. IKEA crap in your house. This couch isn't big enough down here. You need to put more crap down here.
Across from this, like on the other side where the camera is, so that I can put other homeschool stuff in it, because I feel like our books constantly sit out on the table. They always do. I just don't have another place except up in my office to put them, and we don't want to walk them all the way upstairs because we're using them every day. So
Yeah, you don't want to walk upstairs every day. The kids can't walk upstairs and get their stuff every day. Jeez, it'd be like almost going to school.
we're pretty much just sliding them over as we are done with them from doing school. So I'm just getting the stuff put away, and I am finished. Can call it done for school today while they're doing the other stuff. Alrighty, we are finished with our school, so that's good. Got that done. So I need to get my
Whew, that was a lot of work. Whew, it was a hard day of school over there.
frosting on here. I don't think I need to microwave it because I think this is pretty solid. So I think I can just spread it. I'm supposed to melt it. Let me see. Let's see what the consistency is. I might be able to just pour it on and wipe it. Okay, I can probably do
You
that.
should just pour it into the garbage. Crisco, high trans fats, Google it.
Let me just spread it on real thin.
Oh, there's some dog poo on the floor behind you. It looks like Maxine left you a treat.
This is delicious. It's gonna be a nice, what I'll do is you can put it in the refrigerator or you can put it in the freezer. I'll probably put it in the refrigerator so it's not super solid,
poo.
so when we go to eat it, it's not gonna
Dog poo.
be a big giant hard brick or whatever. So this will be good, and then I'll save the other chocolate frosting for,
Looks like Maxine left you some chocolate frosting right on the floor.
maybe brownies, because I've got some brownies in there. I can make those maybe on Friday or tomorrow, we'll see.
Maxine, you're a bad dog. Bad dog.
And then we can use the icing. There you go. That looks great. This is really good.
That's so thick.
The chocolate's really good. The white frosting, remember the Crisco white one? I wasn't like a huge fan of that. I didn't think that tasted very good. But this is really good. Is it just because it's chocolate? Probably. Delicious. Look at that. Delicious.
Make sure you put it really thick. More trans fats, the better.
Delicious. I'm gonna put this in another container right here. This is gonna be really good for dessert tonight. And then I've got, it's kind of early for dinner. I might make the dinner. You know what? I probably will, because I have to like pick Brooklyn up from work. Autumn has, we have church youth.
Imagine doing all of this running just so she doesn't have to buy Brooklyn stuff. Like, there's no way that I'm taking my kid to work full time at 16 just so I don't have to buy them clothes and toiletries and such. I'd rather give my kids money than drive them back and forth to work every day, all day long.
So I might start boiling water, get my pot stickers out and making it too. Let me get a container for the rest of this chocolate. Got my container here.
Yeah, this dark video, it's great, Amy. It's like we're turning into vampires. Ah.
I'm gonna put this chocolate in here. This will be good for this. It's so good. I even have like vanilla wafers. You can make little sandwiches with it.
Her kids are so loud upstairs. If you have on headphones, it is like they are having a party upstairs.
If you needed to, not waste this. But this will work good in here. Kids are doing good. They're finishing up there. We did a state today. I think we did a state of Arkansas. So we watch a little homeschool pop video on YouTube. Then we watch like top 10 things to do in Arkansas. So Arkansas is a beautiful state. I didn't realize there were so many different
How did you not realize that when you've supposedly taught it to 8 different children already?
landforms in Arkansas.
I don't think that there's any new landforms since the last time you taught it, or maybe you've never taught it. The older kids taught all of your other children.
So that was very pretty. So we just learn that, and then they take it and they go look on laptops and add things and fill in their books, and then they do some reading and anything else that they have to do extra. This is always so easy to make. I'm literally just putting sesame seed oil,
She is licking the crap out of her fingers. I'm so glad that was quick.
olive oil on the bottom, and then throwing those wonton pot sticker things, whatever you want to call them, on top. So
A wonton.
it's about finding the good ones. The Aldi ones, they don't fall apart. Seems like the ones I was getting from Sam's Club
That's so much.
and Costco were like falling apart in the pan when you go to cook them. So I don't know. I did
It's probably because of the way you cooked them, not because of the actual wonton.
get some at the discount store one time, and they were like chicken. There was a huge bag of them for $10, and I'm like, where did they get those from? Because they were so good. It's like those finds that you find and you'll never find them again. But they were really delicious. So I'm just gonna throw them in here and turn this on. It's easy. It's like I said, I'm gathering fragments. I'm getting creative with the meals. Some of these were things I planned, but not like specifically. So I'm still kind of gathering some things up, which is a good thing. We're trying to go all week, not going shopping. And I think we're gonna be able to do it. These are actually wontons. These ones are from Aldi. Or no, they say mini wontons, but they say dumplings. Whatever. These work.
You don't know what a dumpling or a wonton is, do you, Amy? You don't know that a dumpling
Pretty good. They do work really good. I think better.
is all of the dumplings, and a wonton is a type of dumpling. But you wouldn't know that because you don't know anything about other cultures because you're a bigot. And knowing that would mean that maybe you accept it and you don't. You just like to eat their food.
I'm going to use the little bit of Asian noodles that I have, and I'm pretty sure they just turn into spaghetti from what I remember. So I'll just add some spaghetti to it. They work. It's the beautiful part of gathering up fragments. You're going to kind of see.
You never know if you'll be able to see or not because it's dark and then light and then dark and then light because Amy does not know anything about lighting even after 6 years of vlogging.
All right, it's not going to be exact. It's going to be obviously too
And then she mixed Asian noodles and spaghetti noodles. Yes, Amy, because that is exactly what I'm sure the Asian noodles you meant were spaghetti noodles.
different kinds of noodles, but we're gathering things up. That's what we're going to do. And then I need to look up my recipe. I know it's
In Amy's language, gathering things up means repulsive dinner.
garlic. I was trying to find it. Hopefully I have it on my phone somewhere. Hold on a second. Of course I
She doesn't have it.
know, because I went and put it on my computer probably. But I believe it was soy sauce, a little bit of sesame oil, hot pepper flakes, sugar, and was that it? And garlic. And then I'm going to add, I've been looking up, they say good way to spice up ramen is cream mushroom soup. I'm going to add my container of cream mushroom to it. We're making something here, people. And this I just turned off. Heat the rest of the
Yeah, I know what you're making. You're making a mess. That's what they used to say back in the day. You're making a mess in the kitchen. What you doing messing in the kitchen? That's what Amy does. Every day, messes in the kitchen.
day. So I need to do things like clean my floor and all of that.
Definitely clean that poo-poo floor.
Let's see here what more I accomplished.
How is Maxine so old and she still doesn't know not to poo-poo on the floor?
We're only in the afternoon. Kids are finishing up their school. I think they're going to go swim for a little bit, get some swimming time in. And like, great, good Wednesday. Didn't get massive projects done today, but I got the most important. Okay, so we're going to get a little creative with this recipe over here. I'm going to try to, I know she gave me a recipe, and I'm just trying to remember everything that was in it. I'm going to add, I have the noodles. You can definitely tell they're unmixed. I'm
Too bad we can't see the noodles. Like, too bad your angle isn't good so we could see what you're doing.
going to add a little bit of beef bouillon. Just
Imagine if this was like a homemaking cooking show where we could like see what you were doing.
a little bit, just to add to the flavor in there. I'm going to add
Just add a little bit of sodium.
some soy sauce
Add more sodium.
in here. Soy sauce probably has enough salt in there. I'm going to put some sesame seed oil in here.
Yeah, add a lot so that you have even more sodium.
And I'm going to add some garlic in here.
Oh, yes. Add so much garlic that it makes people want to kind of Ralph up.
That was a chunk of garlic. Hold on one second. That's a lot of garlic. That's a lot of garlic. I would eat it.
That is why you use this thing called a measuring spoon. And that way you don't just pour too much in. But it's okay. Your kids are the only ones eating it. It's good. It's great. It's delicious.
And then I'm going to get some hot pepper flakes out. Red pepper flakes. Put just a little bit in there. Kids like spicy. And then I'm going to add a container of my cream and mushroom soup that we make homemade. Put that in there and stir this up.
Do they like dirt? Because that's mushroom dirt right there.
No. Okay, so I've got this. This is good. I had to, I was thinking it was going to look like ramen with cream mushroom. It doesn't. So that's going to be a good pasta. Autumn tried it. She said it was a good thing. So leave the option of spicy, more pepper flakes maybe as it sits. So food is done. That over.
It did not look good. R.I.P. kids.
There's done. My chicken will be done here tonight. I don't have to do any more food. So I have been upstairs in my office here. I've been editing today's video, getting some audio in there, and I'm just like some voice overlay. And then I looked at my clock. I'm like, I gotta go get Brooklyn. So I'm going to try.
You see how her whole days have to be wrapped around Brooklyn, like picking up Brooklyn, dropping Brooklyn off. I have to go get this done before it's time to get Brooklyn. Like, is she paying you for this? This is not worth it. You're ruining videos to go get Brooklyn.
Drink more water. Always try to drink more water, but I'm gonna take my cup here and take it with me, grab my keys in my purse, and go pick her up so she's on time
I think there's a reason why she's drinking more water.
with work. And like our day is going so great. Like it's been an amazing day. Amazing day getting school done. And kids are outside swimming still, so that's good. Beautiful. All right, I'll be back. Get her. Okay, get my water here.
Do you think she got bad news? That's why she's drinking more water? Like maybe they told her her cholesterol is high? Or do you think that perhaps she's drinking more water because she feels tired? Or do you think she's drinking more water for a reason that she's not telling us? Like a secret? Let me know in the comments why you think she's drinking more water and letting us know she's drinking more water.
Trash there, recycling all filled in. Gonna get my car and go pick her up. See that correctly? 160,
She made sure she showed us her recycling bin that they've never used.
109 degrees. Yes, you see that correctly. Super, super hot. Okay, let's go.
Of course it's hot, Amy. It's Florida. You knew that when you moved there. Or did you not know that because you didn't do any research and you just followed your husband blindly down to hell?
I've been upstairs, I got home, and I came back upstairs to get the rest of my editing done for the day so I can finish up my day today. So I'll finish what I have to do, because I have to run Autumn to, she has to go to youth tonight, so it'll be enough.
Why does Autumn go to youth alone? There's other kids in your... Jensen is 13. Why doesn't he go to youth? Maddie is 12. Why doesn't she go to youth?
I'll give
It's really sad that Brooklyn is only 16 and she's not allowed to go to youth because she has to work full time to take care of herself now because you don't want to pay for her anything. That's kind of like she lost her childhood, huh?
my video done, so when I come back, I can probably go jump in the pool, swim with the kids for a little bit, and have a nice evening like that, and then go pick her back up and then call it a day. So it's been a good day, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. Hey guys, hope you're having a great...
What was Greg doing that he couldn't go pick up Brooklyn and drop off Autumn and pick Autumn back up? Why do you have to do it? He has that little 2-seater. He could just zoom on over and get them, right? Anyway, this is the next video. This one was posted on Thursday, September 14th. So she claims this one was Thursday, September 7th. Let's see. She had on her linen dress.
Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope that your day is going well. My day is going. It is late. You know what time it is? It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, people. Yes, I'm messy in my room. Still, baskets. I know.
So the first day she got up late. The second day she got up a little bit earlier but didn't wake up the kids. And then today she didn't make it up until 3 p.m. Wow. And all last week with the storm, she slept all day every day. You're not looking like you're doing too good, Amy.
And you know what? You resolve to just go, what's the minimum I got to do? And that's where I'm at this week.
That's not a good outlook on life. What's the minimum you have to do? You know what that's going to bring you? Nothing. It's going to bring your channel down and it's going to bring your revenue down and you're not going to be able to pay your mortgage. And then what are you going to do? Because you can't count on old Grego, can you?
So got up today. Still, I got up not super early, but like sat upstairs, took some time with the Lord, went through some devotions and stuff, and then came down and we went swimming. For the morning, and that's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice to sit out there. So we sat out there for a little bit, and then sat out.
They brag about swimming every single day. Good job, Amy. You swim. Why aren't we seeing any weight loss? If you swim every single day, why aren't we seeing you lose any weight? If you've been watching what you eat, why aren't we seeing you lose any weight?
Usually about 9:30, that sun kind of pops up right at where
Why are you still gaining weight instead of losing weight if you swim all the time?
you can sit in the sun for just like a half hour and just feels so good. So opted for that this morning instead of starting my video. And I'm like, we did school for a couple hours. It's been about 3 hours, I want to say. Yeah, it's been about 3 hours of school. I hear my kids upstairs about.
Do you hear them screaming? Those are her children, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, and 18. And they're screaming like they're 5 and 6 and 7. Amy, your children are either something's wrong with them or they're overstimulated because you do not take them outside and you do not let them have any interactions. If only Autumn goes to youth group, where do your other children go to? You have 3 other children that do not leave that house except for to go play in that pool. They need to do other things. They need other interactions. You and their father and each other are not enough. If they don't interact with other people, how are they going to do it when they're not with you anymore? You're not going to live forever. These children are going to join actual society. You do know that, right?
Got that done. So I'm like, that's the most important. We had a good time learning. We're learning a new state, and then so that led we learned about California. So a lot of the videos were older ones. So then we learned about updated California and how some areas were, and played some card games. And then I'm like, okay.
Why would you waste your time making them watch the old videos? Why wouldn't you just look for new videos?
I'm like, I gotta start my day. I will get there. So Greg's been outside doing some yard work and stuff. He's taking care of that stuff. So I thought, why don't I do some dinner, spaghetti, kind of the same meals, but we're done at the last week.
Well, you really haven't had spaghetti for a long time. It's because you don't like it and the kids don't like it. So you don't really make spaghetti. The other day you made those noodles and meatballs, but those meatballs looked, phallorific.
Like the same kind of meals you have, you know what I mean? Your staple meals, and they're just easy to make. So what we'll do real quick here is whip up some spaghetti for dinner. Breakfast and lunch, we did like a breakfast and lunch mix. Some did bagels, some made an egg, some made corn dogs. There's a couple of hamburgers in there. There's fruit cups in there.
They're eating corn dogs and hamburgers for breakfast now? Ay.
Whatever works. I had my seed bread with some hummus and cucumbers. We got a fireplace. I promised the kids we'd do some s'mores tonight, so I gotta keep that promise.
You don't have to keep that promise if they can't even behave. They can't even be quiet for your video. Like, what? Do you teach your children respect, Amy?
So I'm like, the only real goal today is dinner. School, which I got, dinner, and then we'll do some s'mores outside. I would like to mix up some popcorn. We have our...
Amy's kids do not know the definition of respect because there's no way I would be screaming when my mom was making a video that pays our mortgage.
Popcorn maker. I have a ton of popcorn seeds. A ton. Miss Barbara gave me
popcorn seeds, guys. Popcorn seeds. Amy, they're not seeds. They're called popcorn kernels, okay? Kernel. Say it. Kernel.
A few months
This
ago.
lady's an educator. She is the sole educator of her own children. Nobody else teaches them anything. And she calls them popcorn seeds.
And we never used it. It had different popcorn salts, and so I just...
And of course you never used it. Miss Barbara bought it for you over a year ago, but you didn't use it because you never use anything that they send you. You just like free stuff, Amy.
So I'm like, why don't I get my popcorn maker out? I'll put it inside here. We had it outside, but the problem is it's so muggy right now. It's like it makes it muggy. Make your expectations lower. My goal is my refrigerator.
Make your expectations lower. Please don't listen to that. Anybody. You do not need to lower your expectations. You need to increase your workload, not lower your expectations. Amy, stop telling people that. You want women to really lower their expectations? My gosh, have some respect for yourself.
Down to the end of groceries. It's dirty in there. Some places are sticky because I have like the mixed fruit cups I made. Some of those spilled over. Some of my
I'm surprised you didn't blame the children. Like the kids spilt those cups.
Jell-O spilled over. So tomorrow's Gather Your Fragment Friday, which I will do. So I thought I can get it clean before I start tomorrow. But why don't I do that today? We'll go to the refrigerator. We will clean it all out, wipe it all out, and get it clean. Does that sound good? I feel like that's good.
That sounds so good, Amy. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to help you clean your fridge. Yay.
It's like, sometimes it's minimal. You see people's channels and they don't know. I don't know many that film every day. Is there any other homemakers that film every day? You know who does the Moss Family channel? She does little clips every day, doesn't she? And she usually just does her dinners, I think, or her meals. So she does, but I don't think anybody films like all day long, all days. If there is anybody, let me know.
The Moss Family is called Moss Family TV, Amy. You know the name of it. Stop acting like you don't. And you know that Fallon records every day. She actually records every day, unlike you, though. She doesn't do her Saturday sermon on another day. So, yes, Amy, there is another homemaker that vlogs every day. It's Fallon. You said it. You just wanted to shame her or put her down or do whatever it is because you were feeling the heat from me. So you wanted to make Fallon a victim also. Don't victimize her. Her videos are actually better than yours. She exploits her children too, but her videos are better than yours. She keeps them short. She doesn't mumble on for 4 hours. We can understand what she's saying. She puts the time. She puts the date. She makes small, to the point food. And when she's filming it, she films the food so we can see what she's doing. She's way better than you. And guess what? Her husband has better portions in her video than your husband ever thought of having. Diddy can hold a camera. He can rope a horse and he can shoe a horse. Your husband mumbles out boring, long explanations that nobody cares about, Amy. Fallon wins in every single category across the board. And you know I'm right because Fallon has more views than you. Fallon makes more money than you. That's right, Amy. You might have more followers, but she's coming on up, ain't she? And you're jealous of it. So you tried to put her down by saying that you are the only homemaker. But guess what? You're not. So move on over, sister.
Now, I know people do a couple days, 3 times a week, things like that, but not every day. So sometimes when you have every day, it's kind of like those in between days, I guarantee you they're not doing a whole lot. They're probably sitting relaxing. Mine in between days, I'm like, let me show you what I'm doing. Nothing. I didn't do it.
That's also stupid because we know you watch other people. We know you watch Fallon. Fallon does that exact same thing. She shows when she's doing nothing. They sit in the house. She shows the rain. She shows the kids sitting on. That's why I say she exploits her kids. She shows the kids chasing the chickens. Like she shows nothing, Amy. You're lying. You're trying to make excuses to your followers so that they don't believe me when I say that you're lazy and you're manipulative. You want a story. Well, the story is you're lazy and manipulative. And you're not the only one that makes these videos. There's tons of other homemakers. Okay? And they do their job better than you.
So you're getting the real life people. This is a real life window. And
So if this is the real life window, Amy, then where was Greg? Where is Greg when he's not at work? You're saying we get a real life window. No, we don't. You don't want to tell us the truth at all. Where was Greg when he left you for 9 months? Stop lying. We don't get a real life window. We get whatever we get to anybody else is what they let us see. And all you let us see is manipulation and lies. Don't try to put down other people like Moss Family TV to make yourself feel better because it just makes you look like a bigger jerk.
you get bombarded with like feeling like you're not doing enough because you're not seeing real life. You're seeing one video a week or one video a month and you're thinking,
you can't even come up with one video a month. That's great.
That is what, people are, and then they're decorating their house for fall, which is good to do. I decorate for fall too. And they're doing all these great.
You don't decorate for fall now. Why, Amy? What's going on? Amy, why don't you tell your followers what's really going on? Why don't you tell them why you're drinking more water? Why, come on, tell them.
You're not seeing like every day what they're doing with their kids. You're just seeing like that one good video. And I've done one videos where I've done that too, but you're not seeing every day. So then you get that unreal expectation and you think that that's how it is. And you think,
but isn't that what you told us about your videos, that we don't see everything, so don't have an unreal expectation, and now you're saying it is real? Amy, make up your mind. Either you're real or you're not real. We already know you're not real. You lie to us all the time. You mix up clips and show us fake stuff days after it's already happened. You're a manipulator. You're a time warper and a manipulator. And now you're trying to bring other channels down to your level because you feel like the manipulator and liar that you are. You should.
just sitting there is bad, or leaving laundry in the middle of the food time like I have since last week, people. It is already going to be Friday. Those clothes sat there since last Friday. It's okay.
Sometimes I think you're lying. Like maybe now they didn't sit there all week. You just made that up just to have something to talk about. You never know when you're lying or telling the truth anymore, Amy, because you lie so much.
My bedrooms, even Steven's my youngest, and he is like, my kids grow up, they eventually learn to clean things, and I'm fine with it. I'm not too hard on him. Yes, clean your room. He's getting better doing it, but I'm like, he told me, he came in my room last night, he's like, wow, Mom. He's like, you still got laundry sitting on your floor in your room. He's like, you should pick that up. So I totally had to laugh because I was like, yeah, you never see stuff in Mommy's room like that, do you? I said, you never see my room messy. You don't see laundry messy. So it gives like a nice reality. Even my girls were like, wow, the house has got stuff everywhere. I'm like, I know. I said, it's okay. So they're like, are you okay, Mom? I'm like, I'm fine. I'm just...
She's not okay. Either Amy, I'm going to tell you, either you are lying to us and something's going on, something bigger. And everybody, if you've watched it this far, I am doing a reveal on what I think is going on with Amy in another video. It'll be out tomorrow. Well, it'll be around tomorrow. It's a lot of editing. I feel like Amy when I say that. It's a lot of editing, but it is. She puts out so long videos and I got to edit through them and find. But I found what I think is why she's acting this way, guys. So I'm going to make a video on that, but I want to give Amy the chance. It's either what I think it is or she's depressed. She's clinically depressed. Let us know, Amy. What is it? Because you should know by now. You need to figure this out. It's getting worse.
It's okay. But it was quite cute. He's like, I never saw your room so messy, Mom. You've had those clothes there for a long time.
That's telling. Your son has never seen your room so messy, Amy. Something is up, right?
I'm like, yes, I have. I said, doesn't it look better when it's neater? He's like, it does. And I said, I'll get there. So it was just quite the time where you're just like, it's good. So my pot's over here.
It's not good, Amy. Your children are actually, you know that they could have PTSD from seeing their mother not be okay. This is the first time they've ever seen you not be okay, and you're laughing about it. I don't know, Amy. Maybe you should talk to somebody other than your channel about this.
I'm going to put hamburger in one. We're going to just cook it up. I have onion in the fridge. I'll probably chop that up. I did use my green peppers, didn't I? Onions. I'll see if there's anything else in there. I'll put some spices and herbs. I'll get some spaghetti. I have a jar of spaghetti sauce, and then I'll probably put some diced tomatoes in it to stretch it. And we'll do frozen corn. We'll do spaghetti pasta here. And I have some of this that we make for the burgers. So I'm thinking...
You said they were for the hot dogs, and of course you didn't use them because you toasted them up and they got too hard.
Let me put a little bit of butter on that, and I'll try to crisp it up for like garlicky toast. Works good, right?
Garlicky toast. Sounds great.
Yes, real life, people. Real life.
It's not real life. It's just really gross. I live real life too, and I don't eat that really gross crap ever.
So let's get making videos ready. To the refrigerator here, so I'll wipe all this off later after the last kids put notes like get hot sauce, and it's like it's in the fridge, bro. Library scraped off. Coffee pods. I gotta fill my coffee pods. I'm like, I need to get a chore list going.
Everybody asked you in your comments if you could hear that sound. Do you know that sound is your camera, Amy? That's the motor in your camera. We can hear it. It's making a very loud sound. Get a new camera, please. This is your job. You could afford a $2,000 refrigerator. You can afford all these new things for the house, the pool tiles, but you can't afford a new camera. You make your money off your camera. Please get us a new camera. Please, so we can enjoy your videos a little bit more.
So if nobody fills coffee pods, then I just go grab the coffee pods from Costco instead of my nice blueberry.
Wait, one of your kids' jobs is to fill the coffee pods. That is not a child's job. That's your coffee. You fill those darn coffee pods. If I was your kid and you told me to fill a coffee pod, I would tell you to go eat some coffee, Amy. That's not their job. Stop giving your kids jobs that are not their jobs. Let them do stuff that is their job. They're never going to have to fill coffee pods unless you want them, to be coffee people when they get older? You want them to work at Starbucks?
Coffee. So we did some math on here. I made a couple lists of some things to make for tomorrow.
They're in 6th grade and they're doing 850, like 800 something, 400 something. They're doing addition, guys. They're 11, 12, 13, 14 years old and they're doing simple addition on the refrigerator. It says, look at this writing, get hot sauce. It's in the fridge, bro. Look at this handwriting. Get hot sauce. Look at this hot sauce. It looks like a 4-year-old wrote this.
I'll gather your fragments. So let's see. Like, this is what it looks like. Look at that. Yeah. Here we go, people. Let's look at the refrigerator.
I cannot.
I'm going to get a sponge. That's a little bit more of a straight line there. Let's come over here. I know my noodles are probably ready to be... Okay.
She just puts the meat in there frozen and just lets it go. Yummy.
The meat is ready. Let me chop this up. I haven't used it in a long time. I just use my Spurtle, but this is like getting in harder clumps to
Yeah, of course it's hard. You just put it in there frozen and let it all clump up together. Yummy.
break apart. So I'm like, I know I'll use this again one day. All right, so that worked. But let me take this onion right here.
Make sure you beat that pan to smithereens. You just get new pans, right? That's all you like to do, just get new pans.
This was a Gavin New Pregnant. Because we're using things up. So let me chop the yucky part of this off, and then we'll use this in to season
Ew, don't use that up. Don't use up old onions.
it. And we'll get some dried stuff in here as well. And that's what you do. You just gather, like I'm cleaning out my refrigerator and getting stuff out of it. So, but now my refrigerator will be clean, and I'm like, okay.
Do you see how your lighting changes, Amy? It's ridiculous.
Feeling good and confident. That makes sense, Chef?
And then she says that her kids ruin her pans. Look at her chop at this pan with that knife. And then she says her kids ruin her pans.
All right, so that's good. Just kind of chop that.
She puts so much garlic in it. Yuck.
Add some Italian seasoning to this too. What I don't know is how much of a bunch of that is like 1 pound of pasta.
Of course you don't know how much a pound of pasta is. You've only been cooking for, what, 30 years?
I don't have that figured out, so I always add way too much.
I think by now, if you haven't figured it out in 30 years, you're probably never going to figure it out. Ever. Probably ever. Ever.
But I'm thinking I was going to take that Alfredo and put it in the freezer. I might leave that out because someone's going to go, do you have white sauce or white spaghetti? I don't really like spaghetti either, so I might
Of course your kids say that because you don't like anything. You're picky, so your kids are picky. Duh.
leave that white sauce out for this. And that'll be good. So I have 1 jar. I bought this, I think, for the pizza sauce, right? Yeah, but I don't think we have any more pizza. No, I'm out of cheese. We're not going to do pizza until I go shopping. So this is going to work. Real easy.
You've already done pizza like 12 times this month at least.
I might have it going. I feel like I should, so I think I will open a tomato sauce. Let's put tomato sauce in there. Okay, with tomato sauce, you're going to want to add.
You know she doesn't taste this. Like, she just cooks. She doesn't taste as she goes. She just cooks and adds stuff, and that's it.
Salt and pepper, and then probably a little bit of sugar in here as well. For flavor in here, yes. Because there's no salt or anything in it. I think it's salt-free. That works. Let this kind of continue to simmer. I will get this over here. And probably have leftover spaghetti tomorrow, which is okay. Spaghetti, some people like Greg really likes spaghetti, so it won't go to waste. All right, let's just do this. Let's go back to our refrigerator. Okay, so I've got this right here. My stuff is done over there, so I'm gonna let the pasta boil. Anybody else see on camera my kids sneaking up around the corner? Look.
So the kids are not even allowed to walk through. They have to either they can't come through here. They have to crawl through. This is Steven crawling through here. The kids were running through. I, of course, took them out. I'm not going to have her kids all over my vlog. But she does. And they are hiding here, watching her and being so obnoxious. And you know why they're being like that, Amy? Because they're bored. Because they're 11, 12, 13, and 14 years old, and they have no type of social engagement whatsoever. It's sad, and it's child abuse.
Pop up. 3, 2, 1, shout, pop up. Steven. They're like running around the kitchen trying to spy mom. I'm like, I see you kids. There's no big deal. Provolone, we have a huge thing of
One just crawled by.
provolone we did not use up. This is getting eaten up. I have a whole lunch meat that nobody's eating either, and this is still good for... Okay, so the refrigerator's clean. So I think some of you asked, do I love this refrigerator? I think like it has its positive and negative things. I like that it has the separate part where you can just open up and get out your coffee creamer like up here on the other side. So that's kind of a nice feature, or lemon. And
She said she's at the end of her groceries, and this thing is already full. Like, this refrigerator is not right for their family. It's already full. She has some hummus up here, a couple things, some eggs, some bagels, some veggies, and it's full. Like, this fridge is not made for their family.
we use that every day, all the time. The only thing I don't like is that there's random little things on the bottom, like right down here. Like, what can you put in there? Like, not a whole lot in here except some crumbs. So let's clean them.
That's all that's in your fridge ever. That's edible, that I would even eat crumbs.
Freezer here. For the most part, it's good, but it does need to be wiped out and stuff because I've kind of gone through it. It just needs to be cleaned. I gotta see what like lifts out to clean. Like this, I guess I just gotta.
that. That says get hot sauce. It's in the fridge, bro. Look at that how it says get. You can't even see that it says get.
See bread, so this definitely has to get wiped.
Yum.
So it's when you start wiping that and you're like, yuck. So dirty. So
Thank you for showing us that, Amy. Yeah.
little cracks trying to get them out of there, so I just fling them on the ground. I'll be cleaning the floor, so I'm going to wipe off the front.
Yeah, just fling it on the ground. Who cares? You know, your robot vacuum, it'll come, it'll get it all up. You stomp around on your feet. You'll stomp up into bed. You'll have crumbs in your bed. It's going to be great. It's going to be good. It's going to be delicious.
That's really good. Take my little list, put it over here so I don't forget to make that.
I mean, look at her writing, though.
Make sure you always copy out. We have the other thing I like about this refrigerator.
This is $3.99, $4.36, and $5.21, and they don't even have it figured out. $7.77, $1.81, $8.88, and they don't have that one figured out. Do they have them figured out? I can't see. Probably not.
If you look at a lot of the kitchens, this is something that's more people are getting. Not always, so it's just a different.
Some people are getting, not always. She never knows what she's talking about. Amy, yeah, it's modern, but guess what? It's crap, and it's made for only a couple people, not for a family of 8.
Look, so I like it. It's nice and easy, cleaner. You know,
She said, what? She went to Best Buy and said, or not Best Buy, she should have went to Best Buy. Wherever they went, she said, I want the biggest one, and this was the biggest one that was available, so she got it. She didn't care.
see, you don't see the fingerprints unless you're looking at it with the light on there. So I'm gonna wipe it off with my regular Norwex and then wipe it with my window cloth. Okay, I got the refrigerator clean. That was my other goal for the day, and like everything else, whatever, it'll get done eventually. I wanted to make popcorn. Miss Barbara gave us this popcorn set, and it had a whole bunch of different flavors. So what I'm gonna do,
Miss Barbara gave her this set a year ago, and oh no, she's got the rancid coconut oil back in the picture. The kids are going to get sick again. Oh no.
is make 3 popcorn bowls full of the different kinds. I just gotta see how much is in here. So I'm gonna get some oil out here. Perfect olive oil.
Don't do it.
Not olive oil, it's called coconut oil. It's really good for popcorn. So put that in there.
It's really good if it's not rancid. Why don't you Google what rancid coconut oil looks like, Amy? Please, please stop using this coconut oil out of the truck. It's rancid. You know how coconut oil goes rancid? It sits in too high of heat. Okay? That's what happened in the truck. It's too hot. It got too hot. That's why your kids keep getting sick. This can give them cancer. Please stop giving it to your kids.
And get my seeds in there. We bought some of this, the buttery topping, and then I
It'll just cover all the cancer flavor in the coconut, right?
also have, like, there is creamy chive, there's hot pepper, here's a salted butter.
It's too bad that all of what is her name? Aunt Barb or Grandma Barb? All of the popcorn she gave is going to be ruined with this rancid coconut oil.
There's a cheesy garlic parmesan and better white cheddar. So I'll do a few, like 3 different kinds. Then we'll have popcorn in a bowl here. Good. I don't know if I should pop it all. So the blue popcorn seeds, they're blue and there's red. The blue, it makes it look like it's burnt. It's not burnt. I remember I took this to a homeschool thing. I'm like, I promise you the popcorn's not burnt. It's just that it's blue. So this is good. This is really good just the way it is without any seasoning. And that's so strange. Good. Okay, I'll get the next batch. We'll flavor this with butter and some flavor. Delicious. This was a great, great treat, Miss Barbara. It's been in my cupboard forever.
How did you take it to a homeschooling thing and swear that it wasn't burnt if you said you didn't have it? You just used it.
I went through popcorn phase and then we didn't. But this is really, really good. So delicious. Little
You mean all you gave your kids was popcorn when their dad was gone for 9 months, and so they got so sick of it they wouldn't eat it anymore?
snack. Popcorn machine, one of those things like I didn't want to have because I don't want to clean it out, but it is fun to get out with kids.
You don't want to clean anything out, Amy.
Kids like it, so no big deal. I just took my cloth real carefully, cleaned off the windows of it. I'm going to keep this inside for now. I'm just putting it down the hallway. It's literally in the hallway
So something else on the floor in the hallway.
floor right now. I know, that's where it is. So I think I'm going to be done in the kitchen here. For now, I'm like,
So she started at like 3 something and it's 4 something. So she's been working for maybe 2 hours tops. Good job, Amy. Hard day of work.
I could clean off things like my stove and my dishwasher
And then we wonder why Greg doesn't want to work. Probably because nobody wants to work.
and all of that another day. Maybe after I get those folded. But today I like to have an apron on if I have like one of these dresses. These are my linen dresses. I have a lot. All my clothes I got this summer. Pretty much when I moved here.
Why did you buy new clothes this summer, Amy? You had summer clothes at the old house. Why did you have to buy new clothes? Did you get too big for them? Let me know in my comments what you think. Why did Amy buy a whole new wardrobe for this summer?
I bought on Amazon because life was crazy and there was like
It wasn't because it was you have warm summers in North Carolina, Amy. You had dresses in North Carolina. You had short sleeve shirts in North Carolina. So why did you buy new clothes? Did you need to get bigger clothes? What's up? Let me know in my comments why Amy got a whole new wardrobe for summer.
because I was so busy trying to unpack and get my house in gear. So everyone's like, I love your dress.
You were so busy, but it's still not packed or unpacked or in gear, Amy.
Where do you get these? So I linked them finally all below. So, and it seems like through the summer, I'm like, is it ever going to get cool where I wear something different? But for now, this works. I'm more of a, like, I see people that live down here and they're wearing longer sleeve and clothes like that, but mostly they're inside all day long. And yeah, I get.
How do you know they're inside all day long, Amy? You always make these stupid blanket statements that say things like that, like they wear long sleeves, but they're inside all the time. You know what, Amy? I wear long sleeves on hot days, no matter how hot it is, because my skin will burn. So maybe they don't stay inside all day. They're just using their noggin when it comes to the sun safety.
Long sleeve and sweaters and things, but I'm like moving. I'm here, I'm outside, I'm running here, picking this kid up, doing this, and so I'm like, I just can't do that. So even wearing my.
So you'd rather a linen dress than a long sleeve that is made out of some type of tech material, like a workout material? You're wrong, because your dress is going to lose against a long sleeve techie material any day. You're crazy. I think you picked those dresses because they're long and flowy. Or not long, I'm sorry. They're flowy. They're like muumuus. They don't show your shape. I think that's why you chose those dresses.
I'm like, during the week, it's a lot to have to put it down because I'm like, it needs to be pulled up, ready for me to jump in the pool at any moment's notice. So
Yeah, because that pool is your life, Amy. Any moment you need to be able to just get down and get in that pool. Ugh.
all right, simple, easy, done. I'm probably go outside in a little bit. We're gonna do our little fire pit. Greg's almost done up there. Do our fire pit and s'mores after we have dinner. Good day. Even
She is so sweaty. That air conditioner in her house cannot work. How could she be this sweaty? Unless there's something else causing her to be that sweaty.
5 o'clock now. I started at what, 2:30, 3 o'clock? Not bad, right? Some days it goes like that. So I just pulled dinner out right here in a row. I just took, you know what I did? I put this in the toaster. I just put it in the toaster. It's got the butter in there. That's gonna be fine.
Yum, repurposed toaster bread.
Spaghetti, or they can put white sauce. Easy, easy, easy day.
Okay.
Here we are.
Work.
Yes, it's Gregor.
Back into the nighttime hour.
We're getting there.
We're
anyway.
getting there. We've had a
Little shirt on a big man.
busy day, had dinner and all that good stuff, and then we just ran and grabbed Brooklyn, and the kids are like, can we do their s'mores? And so I'm like, okay, so Greg's gonna get out our little fire thing. Our other one got
Something new that they have grifted, something free, and they're going to try to sell it to you. I bet this thing costs like $500 or $600. Let me know in the comments if you think Amy would ever pay $500 to $600 for this. But here it is, because she got it for free. And now she's going to say how great it is and that her followers should buy it so she could make more money. But most likely, it's a piece of crap.
done with that. So
How many years did it make it? Because this will be our third one, right?
this will be our third one. We had that other one, yeah. We got what?
The
do we?
first one maybe a year,
A couple years. Well, we lived there what, 6 years, 7 years? Oh yeah, about a couple
about half
years.
and half,
yeah.
3 and 3 or something like
Yeah.
that.
So we brought it here.
You brought it here with a hole in it and you wasted money in the truck. We've already talked about this a million times.
With hopes of, it's over there under the thing, but we had hopes of using it, and I'm like, oh, there's like a big hole in it, so I think the lizards chewed a hole in it or something.
The lizards.
They were living
I
in
think the North Carolina rusted.
it. It could probably be.
Yeah, and then I think the non-thinking Amy brought it in the truck and wasted gas to bring it here.
Too.
We're gonna have like a permanent,
Place
more
over
permanent
there, I
place
think.
for it in the yard. But I don't know. You want to turn your camera around and
We're doing
show
some-
them how much I've got torn up here.
Yuck. Does Greg have a wet spot? I don't like Greg. I don't like to look at him. He's got a wet spot right here. It's not nice.
I haven't showed them the back side of the top, did you yet?
I don't know, babe. Let me see. Right now, what are you doing? Sand in the ground, right?
Yeah,
Let's
we're
see.
getting
Okay.
our,
Wait, hold on.
we're getting our polymorphic sand and all the grooves and stuff.
I don't like how he has a wet spot right there. It's so ugly. Amy, you just left him in here with a wet spot and his big bell hanging out.
Because I didn't have time to get to to the fire pit because I've got another walkway happening over there by the pool equipment.
Oh, you really need a walkway over there. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're putting that walkway over there. That's what the house needs.
Greg's a man full of projects.
Yeah.
I keep thinking, hey, babe, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this? I'm like, I don't know, eventually. And he's like,
Yeah,
babe, I got tiles. Right now I can do this. So
Of course he has time right now because he doesn't work. Just like you don't work, he doesn't work. Only your children work. And then you lie to your followers and say that he works. And you wonder why I'm here making these videos. Because you're a liar. And the only way that you're going to get caught is if I tell people.
And it drives me nuts having that pool equipment open like that. I don't know how most people do it, but I
So why'd you buy the house if it drives you nuts? You knew that you were going to have to spend all this extra money on this? So this was planned, Gregory?
I assume you'd want it covered.
yeah, I don't know.
You know, so we're building a walkway over to it, you know, and then we're gonna cover it with some kind of fancy fence
Yeah, because you need a walkway. You can't walk over there without a walkway.
or whatever, just so you don't hear it as much, you don't see it at all, and it shades the equipment because it's just in full blast sun all
Oh,
day.
yeah.
And then I gotta remove
But if you enclose it, won't that block circulation so it'll get even hotter?
the thing that we started
The
removing.
boys started doing that, but I think they gave
Of course the boys gave up. When have your children ever done anything, Amy? When have they ever finished anything? Your two boys, I've never seen them do anything. I've never seen your boys do anything. Ever.
it's just about a little more stuck together. So.
Yeah. Well,
Those mats are so heavy. They're like ridiculously heavy.
Yep, and the sun
Yeah, and a 13-year-old boy, he could not handle a horse mat. No way.
went down, so we lost. You know, everybody wanted to give up on it that day. But we worked hard that day.
We did.
It was a good, long, hard work day.
so
So
it's
we're real close to having that thing taken down and out of here. And I'm gonna repurpose the horse stall mat on it or whatever.
The bow and arrow mat, you mean?
Yeah, the bow and arrow mat. I'm gonna make a quiet box for our outdoor generator. You know, with the slab, and it'll be. I'll have like eye bolt anchors.
Yeah, Greg, that sounds like a really good idea. That way you could put your generator outside in a storm and maybe it will get blown away. Because that's what I really hope for.
In the concrete slab, and you know we can
Make sure it's down real good.
yeah we can
You're going to do all of that. You're going to build a concrete slab and hook down a $800 generator. I think you should just leave your crappy $800 generator in the garage until the storm's over and then wheel it on out.
lock it down. Then we're gonna add some sound. As soon as the generator turns on, it'll have a fan that's wired into the generator. So as soon as it starts, the exhaust fan starts moving and starts.
So are you going to put an exhaust fan in the little area that you make over the pool toys too? Or the pool, whatever those are called, the pool units?
Drawing air across the
Because if you don't put a fan in that little house, then it's going to overheat, like I said. You can't block something in and not have air circulation, Greg.
box.
Yeah, it's nice little area.
What's kind of cool, you know, about our yard is we're compared to almost everybody else's yard, like we're so high up.
Yeah, because they had to build it up high, Greg, for the pool, so everything would go down. It's not cool. It's just you have a pool. Duh.
Yeah.
What it's gonna allow for me to do is like when we dig in our fire pit.
I thought he was going to say, stand up here and look into the neighbor's yard, and I could totally see everything they're doing.
It's gonna allow me to like dig
steps.
into that wall. You know, yeah, and I'll do some like creative drainage.
Like
you know?
retaining walls.
Like little retaining.
We can do
Yeah, just like the little tiny ones that you did at your old house that looked like a pile of brown crud.
those really easy.
Yeah, so we're gonna have like cool little cutout sitting spots, and you know, like our
It's going to be so cool, Greg. It's going to be almost as cool as this blue tiling.
we're gonna do our kitchen over
Big
in
table.
this area.
One of my
over
viewers
here.
gave me an idea for doing the
Because that blue tiling, it changed this whole outside. Like, everything out here is so much better now, Greg. Like, the kids could do better dives off the side of the pool because it's blue now.
table outside of here. I'm like, that's a great idea. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do kitchen outside and the table outside and cover.
Whoever told her to put her table here in the yard, why? Why would you want a table in the yard?
Yeah,
Well, nice
and
up there.
what's that show we've been watching and getting inspired by?
What is that? Is it that one?
No, the pools.
Oh, insane.
Yeah, insane
Insane
pools. Yeah, we were thinking about building a kitchen.
Yeah, this is an insane pool. I'll tell you that. It's insane that you go swimming in it when it's that green.
You know,
Under the
there.
there and then covering it or maybe put another roof.
It's insane that his shirt is that tight.
Just
Yeah,
that
like-
way.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Like put another roof.
She like pushed him. Why are you so pushy?
over there, then it's like that costs like a lot of money, and it's fine. But then we're like, why don't we just move everything to the grass? Like let's get rid of the
Like a
grass.
gazebo, a
Right.
covered gazebo with a ceiling fan up in
Like
there.
I'm seeing people's yards, and they pretty much have no grass, and I'm like, that's just because no work.
Honey, I'm not getting
She doesn't want grass. He wants grass. Yeah, right.
my grass.
No work. So I'm like, why don't we just put
I
all
like
the,
my grass.
but then we have this all open, then we can do like a nice couch
He likes the grass, but he makes Amy mow it.
sitting there over there. We might even screen that in eventually, but just leave that open. And I feel like that would be a whole, I mean, with chairs and stuff, but just not hang, because we don't like looking at that when we're walking out. And then that would cut down on the work on the house.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're
but
fine.
Also, underneath that
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I can't help myself.
overhang there is like a
Yeah, fans.
a plug for fans. You know, so it's
like
already
a nice,
ready to
so like a
yeah.
nice big old couch.
He said, underneath there's some plugins for fans. Wow, Greg, did it take you 3 months of living there to figure that out?
Couch under there,
Yeah, but
coffee
that's
table to
sweet
sit.
ceiling fans zipping the air around.
And then we could totally sit in there. Would be great. And even just, so I don't know, all big dreams and thoughts.
maybe though.
But for now,
Bananas working.
Banana's working.
Yeah,
We're going to fire pit right
Christmas
here, and then we're going to move it over there and then use it outside. But it's going to be good.
Do you think that you're going to be able to grow a banana tree to a point where you're going to get bananas off of it? Is that what you think, Gregor?
It'll be something we can cook it or do, you know, s'mores over and stuff like that, which will be nice.
We're doing them all the time. Fire. Can I be the first one to make a fire?
Fire.
We're doing them all the time. I bet you they don't make s'mores again for another month.
It's not my.
Pretty
Like,
please.
we had to, if we were in a frozen forest,
I love
and we
fire.
had to have a fire to live, we would all die.
It's got to be a man thing. I love starting fires. I like always have owned an axe and
Not me. I'm like, that's why I'm like with pizza, but I'm like, I really don't like doing the fire thing
I've
on
always
there
seen
at
in
all.
my garage.
Amy doesn't like doing anything that takes work. And starting a fire takes work.
The wood burner.
I think
you know?
I think it maybe it was because we had to live when we lived in Michigan. We had to
It
do a
was
fire.
so cold.
We had to do the fire. We had an outdoor fireplace, which was awesome.
And I've always had a shop. I've always had a
Yeah.
workshop.
Why'd you have an outdoor fireplace? You just sat outside and lit it up. You didn't have to use it. You know, you could just went inside.
I always
So
had
in
wood.
Michigan, we heated with, I'm sure you guys remember the old barrel stove, or the 55-gallon drum
Yeah.
stoves. That thing was pretty awesome.
But it was just like
It would keep my
freezing.
garage so warm.
Yeah, so just not
What was that, Greg, when you were a child?
good. So I'm
No.
not a fire person at all. So I was just thinking, I was watching people light
Your shirt's too tight, Greg. That's why you're all itchy.
fires and they light them with a blowtorch. I'm like, I need a blowtorch to light a fire.
You absolutely need a blowtorch.
But I'm gonna use
you
matches
would be
right
the
here.
person for a blowtorch. Here, let me go get some paper.
We're gonna use some. No, I was just gonna use palm tree.
Oh, what happened to that brown paper?
I threw that away.
Honey,
It was
why
all
would you throw away
messy.
our fire starting stuff?
Because it was all wet and sitting outside. Okay, I gotta let me go find some
You
paper.
didn't need me? Would I still even be here?
I wouldn't have a fire is what I wouldn't have.
If you didn't,
He said, if you didn't need me, would I still be here? Greg, she needed you and you weren't there. She doesn't need you right now. You're only there because she wants you there. She allowed you to come back after you left her for 9 months. She got money from her pops probably when her mom died, and that's why you came back. You're not there because you want to be with her. You're not there because you want to raise her kids. You're there because you can't afford child support on, 5 kids under 18 and alimony. You can't afford that. You don't even work.
Let me go find some paper somewhere. Can't the palm trees catch on fire?
yeah, sure. Much easier than a piece of paper.
I'll go find some paper. Well, it was thin. I was using it as packing paper, but it got like it was damp. I'll go
Oh,
get
here's a nice dry piece of it.
Here you go. Should we go find one?
No, this stuff will go off like crazy.
We just need a small.
He just wanted to complain.
Kids just want to do s'mores. We just need a mini fire in here.
Well, the kids want the s'mores, right?
Yeah, so it'll be awesome.
She said, we're going to do s'mores, so the kids just need a mini fire in here. And he said, well, the kids want s'mores, right? Yeah, don't listen to each other while you guys are having a conversation.
Craig's
All
gonna make the
sweetie,
perfect little.
Let me see that match.
How you make a fire? Don't you make it like a teepee and then you put all the stuff underneath, right?
Yes.
I just saw that.
Let Amy actually get her camera down there, huh?
Yeah, we just happened to scoop up all the palm fronds, like the dead fronds out
Yeah,
in the front
that
yard there, and they seem like they go off pretty easy. So
Here we go. It'll work.
might as well. Who doesn't love a fire?
Fires are nice. It's just starting them. Mm-hmm. There's some mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, the smoke will maybe the smoke will drive
Keep
them
them
off.
scared.
But I'm real super
See how-
interested to see how it draws from the bottom. And
Yeah.
like, what's up with the air holes on the top? We got some technology here that we've got to deep dive on, babe.
It's supposed to.
Yeah, we got to deep dive into this technology, Amy. How does the burner work? Let's talk about it for the next 20 minutes.
Be somewhat smokeless, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not smoking right now, but just
Well,
because you're starting.
once it gets going.
Yeah.
Once it really starts drawing that air, you should see some kind of a substantial difference. Wow, I'm getting eaten alive right now.
I know, I just got bit.
This fire pit is awesome. Oh my goodness. Like, never, any fire pits that we've ever had have just launched that fast. I mean, literally 3 seconds after lighting it on fire, it's mad bomb.
He said mad bomb. What does that mean, Greg?
Right after lighting it up, it's mad bomb.
What does that mean?
Zoom on this thing, you know, man?
Oh, my goodness.
It doesn't get you in real.
He had to ask Maddie how to zoom a camera. This guy is a freaking engineer, according to his wife, and he didn't know how to zoom.
Close, though. You want to bring the camera over? Dang, honey, the thing is awesome.
Dang, honey.
Why is it popping?
It's oak snap.
It's oak. And it's also palm tree.
Happy. I tried to zoom on it better, but I don't know how that happened.
We got a tray of s'mores here and sparklers too.
Yay.
Tired mode.
Yay. S'mores and sparklers. That's how they ended their night. All right, guys. Well, that was a long one. That was 3 of the videos. I think we still have 2 or 3 more to catch up to the day that Amy is on, but that is all good. It's good. It's great. It's delicious. We'll get there. So I will see you guys next time, and we'll go over a couple more videos. Be there or be square. I hope you guys had a great time. See you next time. Bye, neighbors.